guys have been adventuring in the land of Toivoa. Most recently up here in the town of Nausea, where you guys have been doing some house sitting as you wait for a nefarious potential visitor to come and try to reclaim the house at 123 Merryway. You guys just came back from doing a bit of exploration into an archaeological site. You escaped successfully and have returned to check in with Tati, who has been house sitting with the agent. You stayed outside for the most part, and that's where we're going to pick up, is over at the house. So, as we find you guys inside the house, what would you like to do?
Take a big old 8-hour long rest for one.
You would take a big 8-hour long rest. Got it.
But that can maybe wait.
All right. Does anyone want to do anything today? As you guys have it, and according to my thing, it's 4 p.m. in the afternoon.
Quinn's gonna ask. Go ahead.
Someone left, right? Someone left to talk to River?
Isaac left.
I think we've come back.
You guys have come back from
that.
Yeah, I don't think we've decided where we're gonna go next, because I think we've been given a day to claim the second half of that quest if we want it. To go.
Yeah, we have
hunt
about
down the
24
cultist
hours to decide whether we
temple.
want to go back.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess now that we have a better idea of what the hell is in there, we could better prepare, right?
We don't even know how to
Yeah.
break through the door. So no, I'm not against going back, but what are we gonna do if we do?
Are we going back to? Sorry, someone else. Go ahead.
We're just posing theoreticals here. Nothing is decided.
We could also deal with those cultists, right? I mean,
We
that's
kind
an
of have a
option.
job. We have a job here to do, but this one it seems to be more on standby. Like when it happens, it happens.
We heard a
Yeah,
rumor
are
that
we-
there was someone at the docks, right?
Isaac
what
went
about
and
the
talked to
docks?
Zrad. Yes. Isaac
Yeah.
talked to Zrad at the docks.
Ah.
And Zrad's full name is Zrad the Maker.
Are we? If we are gonna continue the cultist mind flayer plotline, would we go back to the underground excavation site that we cleared out already, or would we look for the cultist temple?
I mean, I think that dealing with the cultists is more pertinent than the dig.
We could find
It
a
might
lead
also,
that isn't down there.
yeah, and we also might get some clues about the nature of the deadly trap that's hidden under the house. The cultists might know what's going on. The mind flayers might have thrown bodies at it to try and get past it.
I mean, they definitely did throw bodies at it.
They don't have much else to throw at it, honestly.
Oh, they're mind flayers. All they do is just take control of other things to do their
Yeah.
bidding for them
Blade
instead of doing it
minds.
themselves. Bunch of
Yeah,
cowards.
I'd be totally ready to. I'd be fine going tomorrow to look at the cultists, go investigate the cultist temple, because I agree with Klein. I think a rest would be a reasonable thing to do. I also think if anyone attacks us here, it's probably going to be at nighttime. So, if we want to stay here for the nights, I think that's.
Sorry, my mic wasn't working. I just want to jump in to ask a question and clarify.
Sure.
Are we? I guess what's our status on this job where we are protecting it from things that show up? Because hard to do that if we've taken another lower paying job.
We're still waiting on things to show up.
I mean,
So
River did say it
Right,
was
but they
working
could
with
show up while we're
multiple-
gone. so would
Yeah.
be pretty bad if that happened. I guess I other than the stuff going on downstairs being somewhat interesting, I don't really see the urgency. The Longstriders Consortium will deal with it if they think there's urgency, but for us, we have long-standing
That's true.
obligations.
Yeah, if we get
Well,
sidetracked,
yeah,
it
but-
could potentially really monkey wrench what we've been here to do.
I
We
just don't
also
want
only
like
have
boredom
a
to.
day.
Then let it pass. Then let them deal with it. Like, I don't know. I guess I fail to see the big negative consequences for us of letting the Longstriders Consortium take care of this, at least for now. Whereas the negative consequences of us not being here when vampires show up seem pretty obvious and drastic.
I agree with that. It's probably, I don't want this to turn from tower defense into tower siege. You know, just walk home and there's 40 guys in the house and we have to break in. Might be easier
Right.
if we don't give it up easy. Though, I mean, we have the team numbers where if you wanted to scout out and research it while we're still planning to stay at the house, that wouldn't be... Could always forward that information to the consortium, maybe get a payout for it. If you, like, find where the cult house is, but we don't have to be the ones that break into it.
I think it'd be very reasonable to ask someone to watch the house during the day. I think the cultist temple is likely a morning or an afternoon job that takes a few hours and will not keep us away from the house for a significant amount of time. So I'd be in favor with just.
I guess
asking
I just
someone.
what are we getting for the risk? I guess is my question, Brand. Like, being out of the house in 5 minutes could be when vampires show up. So I mean, it's not money, I assume, because this pays less than doing our job. It's not property, I assume, because we don't get a house at the end of it. And my guess is that, or at least my proposition to you, if it's about like the mission, would be that they've got Leslie and the agent and Kerfax and people much more talented than us to take care of the mission if they agree with you that the mission is important. So I guess what's the motivation?
Loot.
Oh, if
And it's
that's the
interesting.
answer, oh, okay. I mean, fair enough if you guys want to go loot, but I feel like getting paid for this job is going to be much more than like whatever Mind Flayers had lying around. But I mean,
That's
you know,
that's probably
did you
true.
see
We're not
the
giving up this job.
well,
to
we
go
are
into
if
the-
vampires show up when we're gone. We are giving up the job by default if we are not here when vampires show up.
Yeah.
Did you see
I
that sword they had? That really cool sword that like pierced your mind. Or my mind, technically. But that's the kind of loot we're talking about. Not just any ordinary kind of loot.
I mean, we've been told that there's no ordinary kind of loot waiting for us if we succeed at this job.
Yeah, I mean, that is true.
Speaking of basements, does this house?
That's also a very good point.
Not that you've discovered.
You want to get a sledgehammer, just swing it at the floor?
I mean,
Go
I'm just
full John
sledgehammer.
Wick.
Knocking on the floor like you're looking for a stud in the wall, just like crawling.
Crystal starts like tapping with her hooves on the floor. You guys hear anything?
Roll an investigation check.
Oh,
Ooh,
Oh shit!
Mr. Coin. Wow.
He's staring
I love
straight
Mr.
at the floor.
Coin.
the comedy
There
of
are
it.
no basements under the foyer in this house.
But are there like
Wait,
corpses
Nat 20?
under
You're only
the
gonna give him
foundation?
foyer? On a nat 20, he only gets to investigate one room? That doesn't
Of
carry us
course.
just to the property?
Okay, fine.
I
With
mean,
the
I can go through
25
every room, but you're pretty
Sure.
difficult.
As you look around and you inspect the various rooms of the house, you're going to find no entrance to a cellar, a basement, anything like this. There is no crawl space under the house. You are fairly certain this is a slab foundation, pretty, cut and dry.
Not even a body. Like they built the house. So
Another
A
Above
Delta
corpse.
Heart sort of situation.
I'm sure there's a dead cat under there somewhere.
Is it
Fair
undead,
enough.
though?
Is it what? I'm sorry?
Is it undead though?
It's not moving at the moment.
Okay. Just checking.
So not yet. And it will rise again.
I don't think it'll be an
Tati.
issue if that happens.
Tati's just out here taking care, putting all to rest all the dead animals buried under the house.
Coin
We can
relays
turn
this
this
to
into an episode of Pet Cemetery if you really want me to.
Coin will relay this to everyone. He's like, I've stomped around the entire house. I cannot find more house. This is the culmination of house that is here.
And I was
Unless
just
we
waiting for
wanted
the
to
day
build a
where we
basement
would.
While we're here.
Oh.
Would it- Oh, well.
We do have our own demolition team. Looks like
Hey, I mean, last time the demolition was just because I was pissed, but I mean, I can also do it on purpose.
I mean, we can piss you off again if that helps.
Can you do it without getting pissed off?
I mean, it's fun either
Just take a
way.
shot.
It's fun for me.
Why don't you try another couple of tattoos? Because messing up that counterspell really seemed to set you off, so that could be a good one. Try a few
You know
tattoos, and as soon as you fail, be like, fuck it, I'm smashing the floor.
You know,
Basement.
you bring up a good point. I mean, sure, I
I'm
guess.
just all about
But-
constructive
but-
channeling of anger, you know?
Which floor are we smashing, though? This
Down
one?
the bedroom.
It's a non-existent floor you would
That was
be
a
smashed.
fast answer, Crystal.
Planning something?
No reason.
Okay. That still doesn't answer the which
Yes,
floor?
point.
I have a question. So,
Yes, sir.
it may have been established when we first came to the house, but the windows, is there any sort of defensive boarding in this house, or is it like very just normal house?
It's very much just normal house, except for there are no windows in this house whatsoever.
Okay. I think this is something Coin would have to investigate again, but as he's looking for this basement and attic, he's realizing, like, we've been here for a week or two.
Oh,
and
there
we
is an
haven't-
attic. No one said anything about attic.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
What Coin's thinking is, like, we haven't really boarded up or defended this house in any way aside from having a trap on the front door. And on top of that lock
How to spell.
being, on top of the lock being put on the front, he's realizing, like, you know, if those people showed up tomorrow, we wouldn't have that much to funnel them. They would they could probably break through one of these walls. We don't even know how sturdy these are. Maybe we should spend a day just seeing where the weak spots of the house are. Double layer them with wood. Just anything that can. If they show up, we want to control the situation as much as possible. You know, don't have to build a whole moat yet, but
That'd be kind of cool. Then we can call it a castle.
Yeah. And I think
make
that
sure there's not a
maybe-
hole in the roof.
I mean, Tati did a great job of this, started this with booby trapping windows, but maybe the exercise should be led by folks like yourself and Tati and maybe even Saphira, who are good at sneaking into places. Maybe it's less just us giving the house a once over, and more you guys trying to break into it and seeing where you find that the easiest, and then we shore up those vulnerabilities.
Coin lights up at that challenge. Like,
Coin, I know
into-
yeah, it's time to play red team, Coin, let's do it.
Capture
I
the
cannot be
flag.
bribed for this one, he
I
says,
like it.
stretching his hands and walking towards the front
Huh?
door. And he's
Or
like,
walking.
"All right, let's prepare then. You doing this now, or someone got yours or shopping to do?"
Yeah, let's do this now.
Okay, so who we got on Team Red? We got Coin, Tati, Saphira. Who's breaking in with me?
Team Red. Wait, if it's
Well,
Team Red,
I
I
just
have
said
to
it.
be on the team.
Uh-huh.
I'm on the Team Red. I'm on Team
What's your-
Red.
I'll play defense.
What's your
I'll play
stealth like,
defense
Ruzit?
if we're doing this.
But it's Team Red. What? Then it has to. Team Red has to be like the one that breaks everything, right? Not
Ruzit, red
stealthy.
is the
That's
stealthiest
you
color.
fully misunderstanding the exercise.
doing it?
But I love your energy. I love the enthusiasm.
Look,
Literally playing
look at my
Marshall
scales.
versus
They're red.
Bugs.
That means that I must be on Team Red.
I'll
That
take
is
it, honestly.
exactly what it means, and I hope you have a wonderful time.
Maybe I should be on offense instead. I'm looking at my spell list.
No,
and I'm-
Brand, we need you. I fought against you once. Please don't.
If
make
we're
me-
all on the offensive team, then there's not a point to this exercise because
I mean, no,
we're
there
all
would be a
gonna
point. It'd be
win.
really fun. We get to destroy the house.
Well,
I guess
you want to
what-
just find
what do we
out
think-
what parts of the house are most lacking in defense, which doesn't necessarily mean an all-out like combat between us.
Correct.
It's just where are we not
Horse.
covering down?
Yes. If you
I,
get sneaking, it would be considered a lot. Like if you're trying to sneak into a window, Tati, and I'm sitting there and I see you, I don't expect. My exercise didn't assume we play out slinging daggers and fireballs at each other. It would just be an acknowledgement that okay, that window is not a weakness.
There
it's clearly
is-
seen.
I mean, didn't we
There
sling
is
daggers
currently
and fireballs
no
at each
window.
other like 2 days ago? Do we really need to do that again?
Yeah, but that
No,
Plus,
wasn't
the
out of.
last time we did it, Coin was a little bitch and betrayed us. Like,
These are
I'm not
very
doing that
different
again.
locations, Ruzin,
If
for the
Coin is
record.
involved, there is no chance that this is
Coin-
happening.
Ruzin, you want to throw a fireball? Go for it. It's off of your.
Yeah, the fireball's
thing.
going at you.
Do it in the backyard.
I thought we were on the same team. Are you offense or not?
Oh, I just saw Saphira and she paid me 1,000 gold, so now I'm gonna throw a fireball at you.
Ruzin, if you throw a fucking fireball at me when we're both on Team Red,
Red's for fireball.
I'm going to dump my bucket of water on you during your sleep.
It would be pretty easy to defend the house if the vampires were.
You're gonna have
fighting
more than a
amongst
fireball to
themselves.
worry about if you do that.
True.
Maybe we should
Yeah,
ask
just-
ourselves what tactics do we think vampires are most likely to use,
Just
and
read
maybe
my
we should. I have darkness, invisibility. Crystal has dominate person. Maybe
Well,
Crystal and
I
I
mean-
should attack. And
At the risk of. Oh, sorry. Go ahead. Sorry.
I don't know if that was the end of sentence. I think.
I just thought I had an answer to your question of what would vampires do, and at the risk of underthinking it, if I were a creature who couldn't get inside a house but wanted either the things in the house or to hurt the people in the house, I'd burn it down. I'd throw a torch at it and stand and wait.
But do we
So we
know
may-
if they won't?
We may want something related. We may want some sort of defense in that area. I don't know if that's what they'll do, but it seems.
That's
pretty
plausible.
Does
But
the
if we're
Hallow
assuming-
give any fireproofing?
The house says no fireproofing.
Coin, what were you
Alright,
gonna
so
say?
let's
Wait.
If we assume they're coming to claim the house, it would be a little strange for them to destroy so much of it during their taking of it.
But we
It's
don't know what
plausible.
they need. They might need a secret item stored in a lead box under a floorboard. You can get that from the ashes. We don't know what
That's
they
fair.
need in the house from the house.
So if we fireproof the house, does that make it effectively vampire-proof, and then we can just go do whatever we want?
I wish it worked like that.
Just a thought.
Okay.
I mean,
I'm
couldn't the
gonna pull
vampire
out
like send in
my-
in a surrogate or something to go and
Yes.
do their bidding? Like, come
Yes,
on, Walker,
they
you got
absolutely could.
All right. I'm gonna
I
pull
mean,
what were you
out a
gonna say?
notebook. I'm gonna steal some papers again from Coin, and
Running low
on
here.
yeah, we got 2 columns. On one side, I have the first proposal of how we could be attacked, and it's burn down the house. Underneath, we're gonna put.
It
Who
is
was
a
it? Who spoke
possibility.
next? Saphira, if you were gonna sneak into the house and kill everybody, what would be your method of attack?
Wonder.
Saphira?
You'd probably knock on the door.
I think she'd use
I
the
got
wand of
something.
wonder.
We'll come back to Saphira. All right, let's go, Ruzin. If you were going to attack the house, because
Okay,
vampires
do you
have
need to ask me
underlings,
this? Come on.
I'd like you to just describe it so that we can pick it
So
apart
what's gonna
later and
happen
find a
is-
defense.
Is that I'm going to bulldoze the house.
So
Like-
similar to the first option of burning.
So it's
down,
like
but this
burning
one's
down the
more-
house, except that I'm just tearing down the house.
Okay. I'm gonna tear down the house. Got it. All right, Bryn. If you were gonna take over this house,
If I were gonna take over, I might go for a sneakier option, with spells like invisibility, darkness. I might command someone to let me in.
We'd probably lose to that strat.
I'd probably go for
ways
the
to get
trickery.
around it. I will put that in there.
Question: if vampires can't be let in, if vampires can't come into a house without permission, if they take over someone's mind and force them to give them permission, does that count or is that cheating?
I don't know the answer to your question, but I do know that the assumption of your question is already one that we can't trust. Because we did do a little bit of consideration on what vampires can do and came back with vampires. There's a lot of different kinds. They can all kind of do whatever they want.
Gotcha.
There's too many different kinds out there to narrow it down.
Okay.
But I'm gonna go with sneaking and probably a command.
Yeah, I would use trickery. I'd probably try and convince everybody to let me into the house. It depends on what I wanted it for.
Do you have someone that you would target first? I assume you can't command everyone in one go.
I could get 5 people, 6 people with a 6th level spell slot. So I would probably go for everybody except I can only do that once, and it only gets me 1 round of action, and not everybody's gonna fail. So I guess I would go for someone like Ruzid, who is probably the strongest physically, but has less mental fortitude. What?
Okay,
Everyone
fine.
knows Ruzin's
Your weak
really,
point's your
really
wisdom save. Just
easygoing.
say it.
Okay, sometimes I can't be tempted.
Whereas someone like Isaac or Crystal would be much harder to bamboozle magically because they've got wisdom saves, and elves have charm advantage or charm resistance.
If you didn't know us, so you didn't know, Crystal or Isaac particularly well, is there something that would set you off as like a trigger or a flag that would indicate who you would target?
I'd probably look at the armor and try and guess. It's not a perfect. It wouldn't be a perfect guess because clerics can use heavy armor. Actually, that would be a bad idea because that would cause me to flag Crystal and Isaac as the frontline martial characters, and they are.
The idea
both
that
clerics.
if you were targeting people that weren't heavily armored, or were, that our strategy should be, go around naked. Wait,
I mean,
That would
I'd be
that's a
fine.
fair point.
It's harder to tell what class somebody is when the whole party's naked.
All right.
That's a good point.
I've got
Might as well
sneaking and
force
command
them to make
targeting
some
the
saves.
strongest and most armored.
Are you
let's
asking
see.
Crystal to be naked, or are you just making a point? I'm confused.
I just liked that was a possibility of a strategy there. Crystal, if you were going to attack the house, what would you do?
I would watch you all coming and going from the house for a few days, and then I would walk in and tell you to give me the house. And then I would start trying to get you to turn on each other and charm you.
Spying plus charms. All right. We should keep an eye out for spies in the neighborhood. I like that.
Wait, is the spy one of us?
Would you target, if you were going to try to charm us, would you go for a group of people or for individuals?
I would try to charm probably the most lethal spellcaster, in my opinion.
Target.
And the easiest to control.
So similar to Bryn, except that instead of commanding the most armored and strongest, you would try to charm the best spellcaster.
Yeah, I mean, I'd probably go for Bryn. Sorry, man.
No, that's
Yeah.
fine. That's reasonable.
It's like you got a target on your back.
I usually do, based on the last skirmish we had in the
Coin,
Thunderdome.
you usually have a plan, Coin. if you were going to target the house?
Well, first off, who's hiring me to do this?
A vampire.
Okay. So
He owns the house, and he wants control over it again.
I'd probably do a pretty simple strategy. I would hire 4 guys with pickaxes to just clang rocks about somewhere west of the house. I would hire 2 guys to knock on the door, and they just keep pestering for a signature, create noise and distraction, and confusion. Then I would send about 40 guys in a Roman infantry position towards the south end of the house, and they would be holding shields with hammers, banging the hammers against it. And it would be so loud they wouldn't be able to hear anything else. And while all of this is occurring, I'd be on the roof. Go on.
Just a clarifying question real quick about your plan there. Just one quick clarifying question. Just so fast and so easy. If there's only 40 of them and their weapons are hammers, what exactly about it makes them Roman?
Well, they have the shield. No, they're dual wielding, okay? They got the shield formation, the big wall, and then their hands sticking out and they're clanging it with a hammer.
Right.
The hammer is for noise, not the wet. They're not walking with it.
That clears things up. Go.
Coin, is this a plan or is this the dream you had last night? What is this?
It can be both.
Alright, so you hire minions, you cause the distraction, you have an army to the south, and you're on the roof doing what?
I'm drilling into the attic, and then I'm gonna climb around on the roof, and I'll just drop down and take everyone out, one by one. They're not gonna hear me. They're gonna hear the Roman infantry and the guy at the front door and the pickaxes.
Coin, you
I'm
couldn't
gonna
even
be
take
invisible.
me out in a 1-on-1. Not like there's not even 6 of us. Like what do you want?
I like to be thorough. I get the job done.
I'm
feel like
100% sure this was a dream.
That's definitely a thing that I feel like a vampire minion could do, is hire more minions. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Alright.
Next time.
I mean,
next time we
jokes
go on
aside,
ice-
the beginning of the plan of like I would bring in more people and use them as a distraction is a very solid and good observation.
They're not
Also,
gonna
Yeah.
know it's a
surrounding us with low-level guys and having the big dude coming through the roof. That's a good consideration too. Hey, Saphira, you around?
Hear a knock
You
at the
look for
door.
Saphira? You don't see Saphira.
Oh no. There's a knock at which door?
Who's there?
Saphira's
an
at the front
appointment.
door.
You see, right now,
Go ahead,
so right
Jordan.
now, you see someone who doesn't look like Saphira, but looks kind of gothic and pale, black lipstick, and she says, "Have a moment to talk about MKL."
Daddy! It's about MKL.
Did I send my letter yet?
I don't know.
That's a real quick response, I guess.
Come over here. You were just kind of gesturing to come over.
Coin, you want to take over note taking? Hold on.
I got this. Walk over and take it.
I'm gonna-
He'll probably
I'm
be
gonna
adding more
approach the
details
door.
to his plan.
That's good.
Just gonna make some dumb drawing.
Coin, can you make a map of your plan?
Hello?
I'm drawing the infantry right now.
Do they have Roman helmets though? That's really all I need to know.
It's in the budget.
Yeah,
Is there a picture of an angry frog?
No, there's a picture of a frog
I'm
like
getting to that.
standing triumphant, like pumping their muscles while everyone died around them because they won the 1v6 apparently.
I'm going to be standing on top of the infantry and then hop to the roof. So there is an angry frog in the drawing.
Hi, are you looking for a conversation? I'm
yeah,
Tati.
Tati, do you mind if I come inside? It's been a long journey, lots of storms.
This is a trap! Wait!
Hang on. Is Jordan attacking the house?
No.
You don't see Jordan.
With
You
this-
see a
Saphira's
woman,
not here.
kind of looks like Saphira a little bit, but it looks like goth Saphira.
We're a little busy. Is it all right? Let me, Ruza, do you mind getting just a couple snacks from the kitchen? And
Oh,
we'll
snacks.
set
I love
up
getting
in
snacks.
the yard.
Yeah, let's get snacks.
Let's. I'm sorry, the house is a bit of a disaster at the moment, but we can talk
Coin, the
privately in
door's
dark.
locked. You got the key?
The door.
Mr. Graveyard Kid, I've seen worse.
To the kitchen.
Oh yeah, no, I got it. Hold on. Okay. Starts walking over.
Are you from the temple?
Yeah, you could say that from the temple in Arbonne, actually.
In where?
Arbonne. It's in the west.
I don't think I even know of it. I mean, welcome. What are you doing out here?
They said something about a letter. Just happened to be here. They sent me.
That's a really quick response. Yeah, I'm Tati. I sent a letter to the temple. Do you need to take a report or a witness statement?
I don't know what they want from me. I just need to take a second and put my feet down. You can provide whatever you want. Mind if I sit?
Oh, please do. Just be careful of the window right there. There is just a stack of pots right above it, and it's a little bit ajar. It's designed to be a booby trap. I just want you to if you lean against the wall there, just be careful.
What happens to me if I go inside?
You want to go? Yeah, I guess. We're kind of having a meeting right now. I think it would be probably more distracting if we went inside. I can take you downtown to there's a restaurant that I know that's really good.
Probably not as good as Giancarlo's, right?
You know Giancarlo's?
And at this point, Saphira will drop her disguise. Of course I know. That's how I tried to break in. Excellent work, Tati.
Rosette, we don't need cookies.
Oh, God. I'm getting cookies
Yes,
anyways.
we do.
Yeah, we do. We do need cookies. Ruzid looks for cookies.
You have no supplies to make cookies. They've all been used up.
What?
Someone destroyed them.
Bryn, get more stuff to cook cookies. Come on.
Okay, jeez, don't yell at me.
I'm gonna put
Well,
down.
I just felt like
that.
I was gonna get cookies, and now there aren't cookies, so I'm kind of annoyed. Okay, sorry, Bryn. And Ruzid hands over the keys back to Coin. Now
That
cookies.
right there is Plan A, social engineering. You
Impersonate
find
a
someone who
friend.
can, exactly. Yeah, find out, the people you're targeting might be convinced by, and then just go in and try and offer to give it to them.
I would have brought you
Yes.
right in if I didn't think that we might have accidentally caused some offense by bringing you in. I just didn't want to offend someone from the temple that came over. But yeah, I definitely was going to bring you
no.
in.
Then it might be helpful then have like some way for us to. We have the boutonnieres, right?
Boots in the air.
Yes.
Oh,
Hey,
Is someone
Crystal, how
jumping?
you
we should
doing?
make sure no one comes in here without displaying that, and of course make sure not to show that off too much in town in case someone realizes that that's our sort of password. But it's what I call multi-factor authentication.
Do we have some way to see through like magical disguises as well?
We have gnome disguises.
Okay, that's not seeing through disguises. That's making more disguises.
Not an
Oh,
answer
sorry.
to
I
it.
think-
missed-
Crystal has true sight, but I think that's an hour a day for one person.
Yeah, that's not.
Or is it 8 hours?
Super
It might be 8
helpful.
hours.
So I
I
think we
see.
have 6 pretty good and diverse ways that we could be attacked. And I know going, below ground is probably pretty fun, and I don't think we should like write it off entirely because we're going to be here for a while. But I do think we should spend some time finding a countermeasure to each of these forms of attack, just to have a plan.
Well,
So like a
I,
password
without,
is
no offense, I don't think that the Grung commanding the Roman legion is that realistic. I think we can prioritize that one pretty low.
I think a vampire hiring a lot of thugs is pretty realistic.
Substitute Roman soldiers for Roman vampires, and we have a situation.
They might
So
not
what
be
you're
in an
saying is we need
infantry
more
formation.
fireballs.
Well, why do they have to be Roman though? I mean, they could be local, right?
Look, the way they're standing is not important. What's important is that there's 40 guys running at the south wall.
I thought it wasn't the way
I
they
think
were
that's
standing.
realistic.
I thought it was the hammers that made them Roman.
No.
All right. Well, if we were to be attacked by a legion of foot soldiers, what would be the battle plan? Would we go up on the roof and throw fireballs at them? Yeah, zombie horde. If there's a zombie horde coming, not necessarily zombies, because Crystal can turn zombies and.
That'd be pretty easy.
But yeah.
I think having someone post up to the roof is definitely a priority, because part of that plan involved the higher ups climbing up to the roof and invading from that direction.
I mean, Coin and Isaac kind of the rooftops, like they're man
Coin and
anyway,
Isaac?
so.
Yeah, I mean,
Remind me how easy
Pretty
it is to
naturally
quickly get up. How easy can we quickly get up to the rooftop?
Pretty
I
easy.
blink. I can blink
Okay.
to be up there.
Okay, just wondering if we should install a ladder or something if there's not one already for easy access up and down for
Make
most
sure I
of
can
us.
just jump up there.
Crystal's nice.
Crystal, you gonna go on the roof at all? Need another ramp?
That's a fair question.
That's a
If
big
Crystal,
ramp.
if there's any circumstance where we might want Crystal on the roof, we either need to commit to a vortex warp spell slot, or
Wait.
she needs an easy way to get up there.
Can't we just put a crystal on the roof? Doesn't Crystal have that armor that has some teleport between crystals?
Do we have a crystal sitting around? Because those are all
I
the
don't
way.
know. It can't be that hard to get 2 crystals.
Aren't those the Australian crystals?
No, it's just any crystal.
Just any crystal? That seems overpowered.
Well,
That's not fair. I
we're
want to.
finding
I don't know. I
I
guess you need to ask Zutono to nerf it then. I don't know what to tell you, Coin.
It has to be like my size though. Like we have to get like a my size crystal. Like,
wow.
A crystal-sized crystal?
It seems like that's an emergency situation where we got to get her on the roof. So do we really? Isn't it more economic to keep her in a
isn't an
teleport?
attack on the house an emergency situation that we
Yeah,
don't
but
need
I-
to prepare for?
I agree with Coin. Preparing for Crystal to need to be on the roof is a bit much.
I'm saying that's an outlier, not the expected situation.
I agree with you. I'm.
You know
fully
what?
supportive.
Fair point.
Yeah,
Fair point. But
Yeah,
it would be
fair
cool.
the good point made though is that we should have an exit out of the house that we can get through in case in case we need to escape. So it could be like Crystal's like, I said bomb shelter because I can go down easier than I can go up. So but I mean we literally could dig a tunnel out, right?
Do any of us know how to make teleportation circles? That would be pretty helpful.
I can make a circle.
Okay, great.
I think
So
if
I got half
point
of it done
this
for you.
wand at something often enough, maybe it'll make one on its own.
Maybe.
I do like the idea of in a like a horde attack, having an escape route that could let someone like Bryn or Crystal flank and do like a big AoE effect.
Yeah.
I think Isaac would be the most suited to deliver that. I don't really have any damage output, and I
And
think
conversely, if it doesn't go boom, it's not really my type of magic. So
Yeah.
between Bryn and I, we
There
make
you
a
go.
full like.
So in the case of horde attack, I have Coin goes to the roof. We should set up some kind of exit route for possible flanking or just escape. And I think it's pretty obvious that some of us, and I take a look at Rizid, are gonna head straight into the hordes.
Well, actually, I agree with that, but can I make a slight adjustment to the middle part that like sort of enforces the latter part, which is Coin. I love we like hanging out on the roof, but I feel like it'd probably be pretty hard for a monk to do a lot of damage up there. So I was thinking,
Yeah.
it might be easier for you to be downstairs where you can quickly go from window to window wherever they're trying to come in, and Ruzid can be slinging fireballs from up top with me until it's time for him to dive in, at which point he jumps and turns big on the way down and lands with a big Ruzid smash that I feel like is pretty good character.
Roses smash.
Like that.
Yeah.
I mean, Coin, you can come up as well. I would have thought if I were playing a monk, that would have sounded like a pain in the ass to me to be on the roof during a horde attack. Totally up to you. If that sounds great to you, come on
It'd
up.
be a great view, but yeah, I could only really use it to relocate. I'd really be jumping down pretty frequently.
Right.
I'll definitely like be up there a lot, but
Yeah, I guess the
It hits the
modification
fan.
isn't really that I'm proposing isn't really about where Coin is, just that Ruzid is up on the roof as well.
yeah, I'm not gonna be the ranger on the roof. If that's a different setup.
All right.
But a good
so
play.
for that plan, I think we can definitely do some practice of it later. But I think set up an escape route is just the only check mark on that plan.
Coin looks
I
up,
am.
recalling that there is an attic in this house, right?
Yes, there is.
Coin's looking at it and thinking, let's say they get into the house. We're just funneling them to doors then, essentially, right? Wouldn't we maybe want a quick way to move around room to room that doesn't require us to break through a door? Like, what if we made one-way ceiling drops in each room? So you-
ceiling drops.
So, like, we can get in the attic and we can drop into any room, but it's not visible from the house that there's, like, a door up there.
I'll never
That
sleep
sounds
again
very
in this house.
fun.
Sounds fun to me for people that can't jump 5 feet
I mean, why
without
why
breaking a
take it,
sweat.
take it even further? Like, why even drop down? Just like help them from the little from the ceiling.
That's an option too.
All right.
I'm mostly-
ceiling
it just-
drops.
Yeah, it's a way for us to not have to go through a choke point in our own building.
Are there? I think he's asking, is there a ventilation system in this house that he can perhaps use to drop
There's
out?
no central air in this house. I'm afraid
There-
not.
Totally.
No central
what I was
air.
To
What
be
the hell?
installed.
All right, Crystal
I'm
makes
putting
it
that
a
on the list of
basement
things to
and
do.
AC.
What's the magical?
Rung-sized ventilation.
All right.
What's the AC company in Toivoa?
If everyone's all right with the horde attack, Saphira already gave us some countermeasures for impersonate a friend and get invited in. She said dual authentication was the way to go. So like an added password.
Or we could just ask them a question that only they would know the answer to.
Oh, I like that.
It's at this point that the alarm spell goes off at the front gate.
Oh shit. Oh, I guess we didn't prepare fast enough.
Is
Any
it an
visitors?
alarm that we all hear? Is that how that works?
No, just Saphira.
Isn't
Hello there! How are you guys? Are you doing okay? Hi, my name's Poppy. It's nice to see you. Is everyone doing okay?
Everyone to the roof.
I was wondering if you needed any flowers. Does anyone... I'm selling some flowers. Would you like some flowers?
Crystal, do you want any more flowers?
Oh.
There's a girl here selling them.
must be a fake vampire, or must be a vampire that's faking as a flower salesman.
Literally, I think from the conversation, Crystal's like, "Is she a vampire?"
Yes.
Yeah, I want flowers.
Well, excellent. Come over here. Let me tell you. What would you like? I have some daffodils and some daisies and some heart blossoms.
Can I do some kind of check on this girl?
Absolutely. Roll an insight check.
Oh shit.
She's selling flowers. She has a basket at her hip that has a whole bunch of flowers. There's about 6 different varieties there, but she's offering you first the daisies, daffodils, and heart blossoms.
takes like a small bouquet of each.
Oh, thank you so much. It's going to be 2 silver pieces for each of those. Thank you so much. You're so kind. I really appreciate this. It's been hard on the market lately, but have a wonderful day.
Why has it been hard on the market?
Oh, the drought. I've been sending different people out into the wilds to find flowers for me, and there's a lot of dangerous animals around, and they scare off all of my helpers. But thank you. It's been a pleasure to meet you. My name's Poppy. And your name?
My name's Crystal.
Nice to meet you, Crystal. You're very pretty.
Thank you. So are you.
I appreciate it. It's nice to hear nice words. So many people are brusque and rude, like that guy with the shining armor. I don't like him. But
is that the guy that's named after an herb?
Oh yes, basil. He doesn't smell as good as the fragrance, but I mean, well, maybe that's a matter of taste because I kind of like basil, but lavender's kind of nice too. Would you like a sprig of lavender?
Sure, actually, yeah. I'll put it in Coin's room.
Oh, that'll be 2 silver bits, of course. Thank you so much, Crystal. It was a pleasure to meet you. Did you all need to sign up for a subscription of flowers? I know that my supply chain's kind of limited at the moment.
Here! Get out of here!
Coin!
Oh.
Coin!
It's a scam.
The
You only have to
turns
buy
and she
one flower.
runs.
You can grow the rest yourself.
She runs, crying away from the house.
Man, that was a little cold-hearted, even for you, Coin.
Crystal turns and starts walking towards Coin.
I'm a cold-blooded creature, I think.
Good job, Coin. We got rid of the first one.
Well,
I thought
Never mind.
about we're a vampire. Coin gets an A and Crystal gets an F.
Thank you, Sophia.
Oh my god, you're all about to get slapped.
that was about the positive reinforcement.
All right.
And I know exactly what Jordan's referencing, and I don't have to go there.
Couldn't think anything.
Yeah, okay. Moving on.
Alright. So, got some flowers. Good.
Coin, you don't get any flowers. She walks up to the main room.
Unless you have a morning glory, I don't care.
Oh, that's
If
your
you
favorite
do-
flower? Noted.
If you do have one, we can talk about this later.
We can
Is
talk
it-
about it.
If I peek out the window, is Poppy like going to the next house with her flowers, or were we?
Oh, she's crying. She's running down the street in tears.
Damn.
Her flowers are transforming into little devils. Her plan failed.
All right. Fantastic.
No, I think Coin was right. There was definitely a whole Roman legion hidden in that flower basket.
You never know. Very sneaky.
I mean, jokes aside, if somebody did hire her and said, "Hey, sell your crystals here or sell your flowers here," they could then, if those flowers belong to somebody else, they could then use them to scry. I'm not that paranoid, but just noting that there is actually, at least very technically, an avenue, even from just flowers, because magic is weird.
Also, she could be a scout to see how easy it is to get us to open the door.
Crystal goes into Coin's room and puts all the flowers in Coin's room.
It's gonna smell nice.
Imagine Coin is distracted and then he starts smelling the waft of flowers. He goes, "Oh no. What did you do?" He starts hopping in a rush.
Regarding the attacks involving command and charms, I guess, could I ask y'all to weigh in? Would it?
I think
would
the
Buddy
best
Team help?
defense. I think the best defense against that is just having everybody aware of any possible intruders or visitors at all times, so that if the commander charm thing only works if they get the only person who knows that they're here. So, because they're not going to get all of us at once.
So, teams of 2 or bigger would be safest.
I say just as soon as we see someone approaching the house, just immediately let everyone know.
All right. Just a full alert system.
We should have a buddy system, though. Nobody
I have to ask, where was Coin when he did the perception check?
He was running into his office to smell it.
Okay, into the office. And the flowers are in the office or in the bedroom?
Bedroom.
Okay.
Okay. So we'd probably smell it from the south then, I assume.
That's the bathroom.
Oh, I thought it, like, looped back. I know there's a bathroom. I thought it, like, looped back to the living room.
Take another step, you'll see the living room.
Okay. I think Coin's initial thought was, do my maps smell like lavender? Oh no! But on realization they're elsewhere, he will return to the main quarters, relieved.
Okay, thank you.
All right.
Speaking of your buddy system and some of the other points you've been making here, perhaps just a general patrol is frequent looping of the house is recommended.
Yeah. See if anyone bugged it.
Patrol schedule.
So
I do think that's a good idea.
Utilizing the ion stones is actually a good idea as well. For people who, if you're looking for protection from charms, like we can give people some protections. Some marshals that can't do.
Charm protection.
Are you guys sitting there with the front door open?
No.
Yeah, I'm looking for Poppy.
Or
She's gone.
Damn it.
I was going to consider doing the...
How long did the
work on any of us anyway?
Sorry, say that again, Spirit?
The last time a charm even worked on any of us anyway.
Oh,
Technically immune.
can't remember. How long do your charm protections last, Crystal? Or any charm protections? Is that something that we should like schedule for like our most at-risk moments, or is that like an ambient buff that we can keep going?
That's a good point. Protection from good and evil it only lasts for 10 minutes.
I guess before the start of any social interaction, if you're with a stranger.
That's pretty aggressive.
If we order pizza.
Have you seen this group?
I'm just saying, if you're on patrol and someone starts walking up to the house, maybe whoever's on patrol has the stone of reserve with
we should
protection
least,
from.
Yeah, or just have somebody on the patrol be somebody who can cast it. I agree, Brent.
It's at that point that the alarm spell goes off once again as someone comes walking up to the gate.
Here we go.
Crystal runs out to see if it's Poppy.
It is not. This woman is about 5'9", very aristocratic, beautiful, wearing an Asian outfit. Looks very formal and noblewoman-like. But from overseas. Greetings. Greetings. Can I was interested in this house. Do you know who built it?
No.
Oh,
You know who built your house?
I do.
Point.
Okay, well, it's not a competition.
Wait, what?
Hang on. Do you want to, Crystal? You've already walked out in front. Do you want to take this?
Sorry, everyone's response really caught me off guard. No one wanted to say anything to this woman. I was gonna ask.
Well, I didn't want to jump in. Yeah, go ahead.
I was just gonna ask if she recognizes what this woman like. Is this woman's outfit attire familiar to Crystal at all?
The style would be this woman specifically, no. The style of clothing is from the land of Shu, which is a matriarchy, and it is off to the west of Reston.
Did you want to buy the house? Why are you asking
Oh.
the question?
I'm simply a tourist. I was walking by. I thought it was a quaint little place and was curious as to who the architect was.
That's a good question. Anyone?
Is it a good question? Isn't this house like
Afraid I don't know.
a regular residential house in a regular residential district that looks just like all the other houses here?
This is not an American suburb.
Mad suspicious vibes.
So unfriendly.
Eric, I'd like to roll an insight check, and I'd like to ask for advantage on the grounds that this is obviously super sketchy.
This is obviously super sketchy. Okay.
Yeah. I'm joking about advantage, but I would like to roll insight.
Of course, you may roll insight. Thank you.
Oh, crap.
I said, I'm afraid I don't know who built the place, and all the rest of the party said, and fuck you for asking.
How rude.
And for real, putting up the no solicitor's sign.
Wait, we need one of those. We definitely need one.
She looks at Crystal. Is this why the people in Shu don't let men speak? I understand. And is going to leave.
Yeah, probably.
Alright. Is she doing a tourist walk to the next neighborhood? What's happening right now?
She's insulted. She's doing the whole pissed off Karen walk, yes.
Wynn says, she might be a distraction. I'm gonna go check the roof in the south wall. He hops out and then hops on the roof.
That's smart. That's good.
Genuinely.
Yeah, look at Crystal's going around the perimeter.
Patrol already started. Don't forget to alert if you see anyone.
Wait, I'm going the other way. I'm going the other way. I see nothing. It runs back.
It's at that point that this door shuts. Click. And this door shuts. Click.
I am so sick of this stupid house.
I want to burn the house down so badly.
She for sure said she would not come back unless she was asked to come back, so I am hoping that this is not Kendall again.
It opens the door.
The door opens, no problem. You guys look into the room. Can I get perception checks from both of you?
Oops, sorry.
All good?
Both of those two. Yeah.
Wait, from who?
It was just
From-
really windy.
Kira
Yes,
and Ruzid.
Oh.
Neither of you see anything out of the ordinary in here.
Well, I
We're
sure
supposed to
hope we don't get possessed by a ghost again. Oh
Yeah, I don't
no,
know.
we're so helpless if a ghost
Isaac,
comes over
Go
here.
ahead and make a perception check.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that, like, since it was so obviously a suspicious event, I don't think any of us are gonna be like, well, if you say so, Saphira and Rizid, I think we'd all probably like to take a look.
It wasn't
Someone
like
should
a
probably
breeze
close
because
the-
we have the front door open.
Someone should probably.
I'm sorry,
close
what was the question about the front door?
Because we have the front door open, it wasn't just a breeze that came through and slammed the door.
Nope, it was not a breeze.
Sorry, I'm clicking the thing and it's just fully not rolling it. But like everything I have in Roll20 says that, or Beyond 20 says it's on.
Beyond 20 is having some issues. We were having issues last night with stabs not rolling properly. We're waiting for
just,
Yeah.
Do I just
Go ahead and roll a
roll?
perception check. You got dice.
Great, yeah. Plus 11 for perception, so 23.
23. You hear a buzzing in the room.
Is it like this might give away something? Is it like the buzzing you hear when an electronic device is like on but not operating, or is that
No.
just...
It's under this dresser over here.
Okay? Is it a vibrator?
No, it's not. You look under there,
Fair
and there's a
Check it.
roach, and it's currently cleaning itself.
The house is bugged.
Nice. Can I? I'm gonna cast Detect Magic, I guess, just to sort of see if I'm looking right at it and I have Detect, and so I cast Detect Magic. Does it look like a bug or does it glow with some sort of magic?
It glows with some transmutation magic, and it's at that point that I need you guys to roll for initiative.
Okay.
All right.
Here we go.
Showtime.
And the spy has been spotted. Red spy is in the base.
Red spy is in the base.
Hot.
All
He's
right.
on the roof, so just consider him not even here this turn.
Okay. My initiative here is going to be a 20. Awesome.
Isaac is ad-libbing this entire improvement.
Cool.
That's okay, Eric. My sheet just won't load, but I don't know what else to. I don't know what else to do.
Well, all good. Let us know when it does. So, Isaac, that cockroach, the action it takes, because it can do this, is it's going to take the disengage actions. It's going to run away from you and fly past Crystal towards the front door.
Get rid of it.
I just, how far?
Crystal runs away.
It can fly 25 feet. So we're going to have it land on Crystal. A cockroach comes over and lands on Crystal.
Absolutely not. Oh my god. Oh yeah.
Set the house on fire?
Out.
Oh, crap.
Burn the house down. Get rid of it.
Its little claws dig into the outside of your armor and it climbs up towards your face. Bryn, what would you like to do?
Well, sorry, Eric. I thought you saw my message, but my initiative should have been 23.
23. Okay, go ahead, Isaac. What would you like to do?
I just want to see if I can target the. I mean, it's a bug, right? Like, what are its wisdom saves really looking like? So can I just hit it with the? Yeah, I mean, can I just hit it with a cantrip for a wisdom save? And my sheet just came back, so I'll be able to roll again.
Okay. So it's a wisdom saving throw of 15. Let's see what it does. Bzzz. All right. So you're gonna deal 8 necrotic damage. Okay. So as it happens, the bug is going to disappear. Let me get the exact thing here for you.
No.
Where is she? There she is. Bloop. A dwarf appears in front of Crystal with her hands on Crystal's chest.
Spy!
I will be running over here with my movement, and for my bonus action, I actually don't know that I have a bonus action that will make much sense right now. So I think I'm just gonna stand right here.
Okay. She's going to use her class feature to move without provoking opportunity attacks as a scout. Bzzz. And she's going to use a free action to open the door. All right. So, Bryn, what would you like to do?
All right.
Does
The
Crystal get
artwork
an
does not look
opportunity attack?
familiar.
Nope.
Oh no, you said she has a scout.
The artwork does not look familiar. Have we seen this woman before?
You've never seen this woman before.
Cool. I think Tasha's Hideous Laughter is appropriate here. So I will cast Tasha's Hideous Laughter on her using my action.
Okay. Her wisdom saving throw is going to be a 6. She starts cackling. Oh, you're so funny! And she will fall down laughing in pain.
All right. I'm gonna walk over here and use my object interaction to reach over here. Actually, no. I was gonna close the door, but then I see Coin still outside. I'm gonna wave to Coin and say, "Coin, can you cut off the exit?" And then I'm gonna prepare to help whoever is next to her drag her away from the door, and then tie her up.
I got you.
All right, that'll be the end of my turn.
Cool. Ruzi?
It's gonna move 30 feet, and then they're going to dash and then action surge, and grapple this person.
Okay.
All right.
So athletics check, please. She's going to
Lousy
roll against
roll.
you. So she has advantage. She got a 17.
Are you
You
gonna-
did not grapple her.
Can I use?
Oh, she's laughing.
Yeah,
Sorry,
can
never
we
mind.
roll for a
Yeah.
sorcery point?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna do. But also, wait, what? What did you say,
She's
Eric?
incapacitated. You automatically grab her. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. Okay, I just grab her and still have some movement, so I guess I'll start dragging her back. I can only my move half, so move 30, 10. I can drag her like 5 more feet. Drag her down this way, and then
Okay.
end my turn.
Through there? Got it?
Yep.
Mr. Coin.
Say Coin's like maybe 10 feet on the roof away from the edge. He's gonna hop off of it.
Got a
Walk
spy.
He'll walk over. He'll actually walk inside the house, pulling the keys out that he had from Bruce it earlier, and he's gonna lock the front door
Okay.
and stand in front of the other one, but he'll lock both doors and turn.
Cool.
Who the hell is this?
I don't know.
Where did she come from? Was she in the attic?
She was not in the attic.
Coin won't do anything else. That's the end of his turn. But he is not.
Coin,
He
can
wasn't
I get
there
an
for
insight
what
check
happened.
from you as you have asked the correct question? Coin, you were right. Saphira, what would you like to do?
Ooh.
Right. 20, 30. Bonus action to dash. 30. 50. Oh, Coin, did you lock the doors, didn't you?
Yeah, I got both of them. He's looking. He seems to be looking for an opening in the ceiling. Coin, that is.
Look for. Oh no, not in the
Did you-
ceiling. You were right earlier.
What did I say before?
The chat log's there. Feel free to go back.
Did I say it in the chat? Okay.
Yes, you did. And I smiled broadly the moment you did it. If you go back and watch the Twitch stream, you will see the smile
Oh.
because I could
How
not
long
hide.
ago did I
Flowers
say
can
that?
carry, flowers can carry
Oh.
plenty of insects.
Sorry, Troy.
They can carry. You could have had a bunch of bugs on the flowers when they got handed over, and we just let them all inside the house.
It was a Trojan horse.
Why? Yeah. Why
Knew
would they
it.
stop at one?
Wow.
Well, they're
Yeah.
in
Did you see which way the woman and not the flower woman, the other woman? Did you see which way she went?
She's probably long gone.
Pretty fast. So I'll take that as a no. Okay,
Okay.
well, one person here.
All right. Anything else, Saphira?
Oh, want to tell us what you're doing here in our house? A bug? Being a bug?
She's laughing her ass off right now. She cannot respond.
She's not going anywhere. Let's make sure there's no more cockroaches, and then we can interrogate her.
Tie her up. Make sure to gag her as well, so that she doesn't start casting
where-
spells.
Where'd you put the flowers?
Crystal, where'd you put the flowers?
Coin's bedroom.
Oh.
Which way is that again?
I'm kind of impressed because I.
It's the room
Don't
with the
even-
big hole in the wall.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
it's like the boys' dorm room. It's like Brandon, Coin, and Ruben.
Then I'll
I
start heading back.
forgot
Where's
about
my-
that room. I've been sleeping in my office. I forgot there's a master bedroom. Actually, no.
When you-
After
when
what
you-
I saw happen on it, I was good.
When you're done
Go,
laughing,
Jordan.
answer the question. I'll back, and I'm gonna use my action to dash and head back in that direction. And that's all I've got.
Okay. Miss Tati?
Rizard and Bryn have her covered. I think I'm gonna come over here and shut a door.
Okay.
Here we go. And use the rest of my movement, bonus action, and action to shut the other door.
Okay. Cool.
That's
All right. After Tati, we go to Crystal.
I'm gonna look at this door. Like she's just very frustrated. You could have picked a butterfly. You could have picked a caterpillar. You could have.
He's
picked...
laughing.
But you had to pick a cockroach, didn't you? 5, 10, 15, 20. She's gonna go into the bedroom where she put the flowers. Oops. Wait, is that over here?
That honestly just seems like terrible stealth. Like if you had been a ladybug, no one would have batted an eye. You chose something everyone would want to stomp.
That's what I'm saying. She like yells from the other room.
Just a terrible strategy.
Oh, is Coin's bedroom this one?
Yeah. No. Coin's bedroom is down here.
Yeah. Okay, that's what I thought. And she's gonna do a perception check on this room.
Okay. You look around.
bugs.
Perception check, please. A 16. You see the bundle of flowers. No other bugs that you can see.
You paid money for this.
The flowers are very pretty. She closes the door.
All right.
Cool.
Awesome. So,
Can I get moved up to the...
yeah. Sorry. We will move up
It's
here.
okay.
Okay. Go ahead. What would you like to do?
I go here. Okay, sorry team, needs to happen. Well, I guess just in case it doesn't need to happen, I'll do a perception check first, but I'm pretty sure that we are gonna clean this room with fire. So let's just double check. On a 20, do I hear any buzzing of bugs near or
You do not.
general beauty of the flowers?
No.
And I look, I crouch, and I look under the bed, nothing.
You don't see any more bugs in here.
I am so not trustworthy of the things that I'm seeing and hearing, but I will.
Full dad mode.
Bed bugs are a huge problem. If you get one in.
Yeah, Isaac, I think you have permission to detonate.
Fumigate the whole place.
Yeah.
It's like when someone says that there's like a mouse in the house, and the dad is like, "Okay, traps everywhere."
As a dad, yes.
We will protect this castle.
Okay.
If I did a 30-foot cone, would that just get this whole room basically?
I will allow it for this specific event. Sure.
Because I'm in a second level spell slot just to make sure that this is not.
Technically, you would have to be in this corner right here to do it. So mechanically, you need to move in and move to this square.
Coin is unhinged in the chat. What the fuck?
Don't read too far into it.
I fucking can't.
Right. So,
I don't have the move to get there, so I'll
you
just
don't have
go
it?
as much
Okay,
as
that's
I
fine. All right.
Completely unhinged.
So, as the blistering wind blows into the room, all the sheets and blankets, the pillows, the mattresses get blown off of the beds and up against the far wall. They are a mess. The pillows explode. Feathers go everywhere. It is disaster in here. All of the lights will go out in that room.
Looks like Lucid ran through.
It is guaranteed, but it's guaranteed 8 damage to any of those fucking bugs if they're in there.
As long as no more dwarfs up here.
So smart.
good.
I see another dwarf. I swear to God.
And the room is essentially destroyed. There is nothing alive in there.
Okay,
Love it.
good. I will close the door and turn to Crystal and say, like, all right, well, we've crossed that. We have crossed one room off the list. I think it's going to be a long evening.
Crystal, all of your flowers are shredded, petals everywhere, mixed with pillow feathers and flowers. It looks like some teenage boy's dream of what girl bedrooms are like.
I use my bonus action. Oh, go ahead.
Crystal just pouting. That's it. Sorry.
Sorry. No, you're good. Because I cast a spell, I can use my bonus action to give myself 10 more feet of movement. And he sort of just kind of like lets the pressure from the wind kind of like let him coast another 10 feet just so I can get a little bit closer to her. I have sight on our spy friend now, and that's my turn.
Okay. Cool. So you wisdom save to break free of the touch of City's laughter. It's gonna be a 6. It becomes Bryn's turn.
We got stuff to tie her up, or what, Bryn?
Well, I think now that she's past her turn, let's. I'm gonna drop Tasha's hideous laughter because Ruza's got her grappled. All right, so yeah, I'll drop concentration on Tasha's hideous laughter.
Can you wait to do that until it's Ruza's turn? Like, wait to do that until she's already about to be, because she can use her reaction we just saw at the end of somebody else's turn to run.
No, she's grappled though. Her movement's 0.
I've got a
yeah.
rope in the bag of holding.
Yeah.
Someone wants to
so
grab it.
I'm gonna just ask her. All right, start talking. Why are you in our house?
I'm doing a job. Let me go. It's okay. Let me go. My goodness, little man, you got quite a grip.
0 chance I'm letting you go. 0 chance.
Come on, keep talking.
I was doing a job.
Okay.
What kind of
Tell
job?
us more.
I was hired to get a thing, and I got the thing, and I'm leaving. That's all I gotta do.
Got the
I
thing?
think
Oh my god,
magic
you know what I will do for some details right now? I swear to God, like,
I could strip her.
Bryn takes
Just
out his
take
wand
all
of
the
magic
things.
missiles and he points it right at her face. He says, "What thing?"
It's a stick. No idea what a wand of magic missiles looks like.
Can she infer when a weapon
it looks
is
like
being...
a wand with maybe some like swirly patterns on it. I'm trying to picture it, but I can't find the actual picture.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, she
Oh, there
looks
it
at
is.
it.
Yeah.
That's a pretty stick. What you doing with it?
Jesus Christ. All right, Ruzin, you try.
Okay, my turn.
My turn.
Ruzid gets very big and scary.
Oh goodness!
In the middle
What
of
the
4
goodness
pillars!
gracious! What
In the middle of the support pillars of the room. Let's do it.
Tell
I haven't
us
seen this before.
what you were doing here.
I was here to get a job. I got the thing. I was leaving.
What
I
is the
didn't hurt
job?
anybody. Like, I know I felt your friend up. I'm sorry. She gestures towards Crystal. I'm sorry I felt you up, but I mean, you are very attractive.
You are not helping
That's
yourself.
not an excuse.
Wait.
Consent is important.
Wow,
She
you
yells from the other room.
Just
Sorry.
attack her.
now.
I apologize. Does that help?
Do we have a
Drop
mirror on
whatever you stole.
I didn't steal a thing. I recovered.
Oh, is that what we're calling it?
Recovered.
We got
You
the
can't
verb.
steal
What's
something
the
that belongs to
noun?
someone else when they tell you to go get it.
You
The
seem
only
pretty
thing that's
confident
going to be
in that
recovered is
statement.
your corpse if you don't tell us.
Look, I just want to get away. Let me go. I haven't hurt you. I haven't hurt any of your friends.
Do you know how many layers of deceit you have walked through to do this job? We are owed several answers just based on the fact that we were here and you weren't. That should really raise some questions to you about what your job is.
And Ruzid just
Bryn, what would you like to
tighten
do?
their grip or something.
I don't think you understand your circumstances.
I'll be
We caught you breaking into our house.
I broke
And
nothing.
if you want to leave this house alive, you need to tell us who sent you, what they wanted to retrieve, and where it currently is.
The
And if
flower
you don't
seller
tell
asked.
us,
The
we think
flower
you didn't
seller
return. I
found.
point to Tati.
The flower seller found me in the forest. Told me she wanted something out of this house that belonged to her, and there were a whole bunch of ruffians in her house. So she sent me in here to get
It was
the
her,
thing.
that bitch.
All right, good.
Remember the
That's
part of what Bryn
progress.
said where he said you need to describe what that thing was and where it is right now? Because you conveniently skipped over that.
I did. After all, you're the ruffians in the house.
On what
Right,
grounds do you
so-
call us ruffians?
Do you?
On what
do you-
basis?
We are objectively ruffians.
We're about to
Sorry,
stop
you
being
doesn't know
ruffians
that.
and start being your worst nightmare if you don't start answering.
Guys, we just might have a basic misunderstanding here, ma'am. Do you actually want to leave here alive?
Yes.
Okay, then you see why I'm confused about that, though, right? Because Bryn gave
Yes.
you pretty specific instructions on how you could do that, and then you didn't do it. So
Well,
where's the disconnect there between wanting to leave here alive and not doing the one thing you can do to leave here alive?
Well, that people know where I am. If you kill me, you're going to have to deal with a whole lot of people.
That's
Oh,
so
so
cool
nothing
and
new.
so irrelevant to my point, which is, do you want to leave here alive? And there is one way to do that, and that has been given to you. We'll deal with the later. Don't you worry. We'll deal with the later. You won't be there to
It's
worry
not like I
about
don't have a
it. Do you
bounty on
want to leave here
myself.
alive?
So, how many questions do you want me to answer in 6 seconds?
All of them.
Any, literally
For what it's
any.
worth, you can assume Coin's turn is next. You can
She
assume
answered who sent her. She answered who sent her.
She knows
How is she
what
going
was
to...
asked, and
Yeah.
she's not answering that. And I believe
Okay.
other members in initiative might act accordingly.
All right. So, going down the order right here, because we're going to let you guys have an opportunity to do a quick thing. Bryn, anything quick you want to do?
I've already had several turns in
Alright.
a row, so we
Cool.
can pass it to Ruzid.
Bruce, any quick you want to do?
Strengthening his grip.
All right, Coin.
What did you? Okay, you took something from this house. He's
Yes,
he's
I'm a
looking.
specialist.
He's seeing if it's visibly on her person, while also asking, "What did you take?"
She cannot physically move at the moment because she's grappled by Ruzid. You do not see the things she took.
That's
Because you can talk, though.
that, but she could answer the question.
Oh yeah, she could.
Fair enough.
We already
Tati-
know you have something. This isn't a matter of we suspect. We know you have something. You
Uh-huh.
can tell us, or we can find it on you. But do you see a
She
situation
looks
where
at
we
you.
don't figure it out on our own terms?
She looks at you and goes, "It's just a little thing. It's in my pocket.
Thing, object. Give me
It's
more.
a little thing in my pocket. It looks like
A
it looks
trinket?
like a seed. A little seed. That's all it is. It's this little seed."
And she said this was her house.
She said this was her house and that some ruffians were squatting in it, and she wanted the seed.
Coin's thinking, but I don't think he'll do anything yet. He's just
Okay.
waiting, blocking the door. But he won't
Saphira,
act.
what would you like to do?
Which pocket?
Just take everything in her pocket.
She's currently
Yeah.
wrapped in Ruzid's giant lizard hands.
Yeah.
She cannot gesture at the pockets. You
Yes,
would have
I'll-
to figure something out. It's the
Start
front
from
right
the
one. Front right one? Yes, the one right under his pinky.
I'm gonna start with her front left one in case she's just trying to get me to get him to adjust his grip. Then go to the front right after that.
You go to the front left pocket. There is something in her pocket. You can feel it from the outside of her clothing. It feels like a ring.
I'll take the ring.
Don't. Ah! Okay. Saphira. You have a ring, and as you touch the ring, you feel a sense of unease about you.
Okay, I'm still. Okay.
I have 2 charges of identify left. If you want me to take a look at it.
I think I will, but I think since you have been so uncooperative, we're adding a new condition, which is tell us what this ring is.
She looks at you and tries to mouth something, but she's unable to. I will roll the check. I mean, your wisdom saving throw.
Probably not going to break a Gaius, I assume.
Oh! It's just a ring. It's just the stone on it that's evil. You look at the stone. You really like this stone, Saphira. You feel like you are compulsed to attune to this.
Stay away
Evil
from
is
that
right.
ring.
What does it do?
I have to roll a new wisdom save.
Wow.
Holy shit.
Wow. It's bad luck.
What's it? So
I will have you guys note that her wisdom save went from a 0 to a +6.
Yeah, when that ring got taken off of her.
So if Saphira puts it on, what does that mean?
I mean,
does your wisdom save
who
go
knows,
back
maybe-
to
maybe-
+0?
Wait, negative
maybe-
7
maybe,
wisdom.
who knows?
Let's go.
It's not like you haven't attuned to it yet, and I assume your attunement's full. I don't know, maybe it doesn't work like that, but I figured you might still be.
Technically, Saphira is now cursed.
Isaac, you're the rules expert. If you have an attuned item in your possession and it leaves your possession, does that break your attunement?
Usually no, but
Okay.
also, I mean, yeah, go ahead.
Okay, no, I was just wondering if this girl was attuned to the ring, well, she wouldn't have had time to attune to it just by picking it up, unless
No,
it
you just
curses
pick it
you.
up. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Do I have the opportunity to try and search the pocket that she actually indicated, the front right pocket?
Sure.
Okay.
You did one quick thing. I'm going to go quickly down. Tati, do you want to do a quick thing?
Yeah, I'm gonna tie her. I'm gonna tie her up. I'm gonna tie her ankles together and her hands in such a way that she can't cast spells with them.
Okay. Cool. And then Crystal?
She's gonna step over here and she's going to ready dominate person if this girl tries to get away or is able to.
Okay. All right. Then Isaac?
Okay, do we feel like we have most of the info we need now? I still feel like there's some gaps in our understanding.
We don't know,
but
we
I do
don't know
feel
what
like
the scheme is or why Poppy is so insistent on getting it or why she thinks we're ruffians
Yeah.
or
yeah.
why she felt
So-
the need to have someone break in rather than simply ask for it.
Yeah, my suspicion, by the way, I do think, Crystal, if you want to pick up those flowers and use them to cast, like, sending, or use them plus the likeness to cast sending, I guess, because you have something, I'm thinking of scrying, where you need something that belongs to them. You've already met her, so you can just cast sending to her at some point if you want. I think we should consider letting Poppy know that she can show up and get this ring and this seed for herself, if she'd like. Because I would rather bring the problem to us here in our stronghold. But yeah, in the meanwhile, let's get some questions answered. So I'm gonna walk over here. Actually, just to get the extra 10 feet of movement I need, I was gonna be transmuting a spell anyway, so I will burn a sorcery point in the transmutation and teleport like 15 feet just to give myself a little more movement.
Okay.
And he takes out, pulling from our Growing Friends book, he takes out a gold coin. And he flips it in his hand, and when it lands in his hand, he transmutes Shocking Grasp on the coin with fire, so that the coin is very, very hot. I'll take whatever damage is necessary as part of that.
Yep.
But
It's Heat metal is a 2d6.
Fair enough. Cool.
Ow.
That's fine. Walk over here. Hey, my name's Isaac. What's your name? Did she give us a name already?
She has not given you a name yet. She goes, I am Frigrit, and I will type this in chat for you. Make sure I get this right. There we go. Frigrit. Yep.
Nice to meet you. You seem like a professional and an expert in your field. That was a smooth infiltration. So I'm hoping you recognize a fellow expert when you see one. Do you know why I'm good at what I do?
No.
I care about the people around me, and I when I get hired to make sure that a group of folks stay safe, I get pretty invested in that. And this game we're playing with these answers and more importantly non-answers, I'm afraid it has to. It's really got to come to a conclusion. So, if your mouth doesn't start answering the questions that are asked, and he holds out the coin in front of her, hot, I'm going to put this inside it, and we will have Poppy come and pick up whatever's left of you when she wants her ring.
Who's Poppy?
Okay, so I put the coin inside her mouth.
Okay.
You had so many other ways out of this.
She gave me
You
the
really
only
did.
bad
Roll
faith answer to
2d6.
that, and she gave me the only bad faith answer to that, and I use Bruzid's grappling her, so I'm hoping this isn't too hard, but I'm going to hold her mouth closed.
All right. She takes 7 points of damage. She is crying from the pain and will go unconscious.
Did we just murder a child?
She's not dead, for
child.
the record.
Definitely neither dead nor a child. What she was a threat, and what she isn't now is a threat.
We'll see where the day goes.
Dwarf, not a
We'll
child.
see
They
what
look
the
kind of
day-
similar.
That's true. She has scout levels, so all right.
Just drops it.
And she does seem like a professional. In fact, we should just tie her up and wait and let Poppy actually pick her up. I don't actually care if she dies. I just wanted her to think I did. But we should just tie her up and put her in a corner and wait for Poppy to come get her if she wants to.
This is pretty much the exact job we were hired to do, so there's really no limits to how we approach this.
I think
Well,
to the
yes,
list of
but I
things
don't
that we
actually have an
should do-
inclination to kill her. There doesn't seem like there's
I
a
agree.
reason point. She's tied up. She's not a threat. We can just let her boss come pick her up if we would like to call her boss here and let her explain herself.
More practical to try and pry information out of her anyways. She comes
Can we use
to.
magic to do that? Why can't? Don't we have any people who can like mess with her head? That would be pretty helpful.
As funny
Brandon,
as
is
it
that
would
your type
be
of magic?
for Crystal to cast Sending on Poppy and tell her that we caught her little trap, I'm wondering if we have the advantage right now because we know that her plan has failed and she may not. So can we trick her in some way with what we have? What we have is the scout. We have the ring. Could we get another identical ring and send the scout back to her with it? Oh, she's unconscious. I was gonna ask her. Oh shit! That's such a good idea.
Saphira, that's
yes.
the right call. That's an
That
excellent
is.
plan.
That is. I would like to give my inspiration to Saphira if she doesn't have it already.
Okay.
Yeah, that's great.
That is
Great idea.
exactly the kind of cleverness that I don't have as a player. That makes me love playing with you guys because I am very tactically clever, but I lack that kind of creativity that you guys have, and I love that. All right, so yes, let's wait till she wakes up, and we'll ask her what was she supposed to do. There's a chance that
She's
we're being
not
spied
going to
on
answer
right
you.
now.
She's unconscious right now because she demonstrated
I
that she
know.
doesn't answer questions, Brent.
I know, but we can.
not gonna
She
answer
might have her.
with-
She might have a different attitude once she wakes up with half her tongue burned off. So we
No,
can.
fair enough to try.
Yeah.
But I just meant we should
Can it-
probably do an alternate method in meanwhile. while I was trying to get.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just going to find
we
out
have to
how
talk
long
to
she's
her.
unconscious, so give me just a moment here.
Okay.
I'm going to roll 10d20 just to find out how many rolls she gets for her death saves. So she will become... She dies.
No, 18, 19, and then 10. She survives.
Yeah, so she's conscious. You're correct. She's conscious.
Well,
She wakes up.
she's stable.
No, she went
Yeah.
stable, and then the death roll should have stopped after that point.
Yep, she should.
Yeah.
Yep, it's good.
Yeah,
All right.
that's what Eric's saying. He was just doing 10 to see how long it meant. Cool.
We have to talk to her. Yeah, Crystal convince her to spill her guts.
Yeah, we might. Dominate person might be good here. I dropped suggestion from my spell list a long time ago, and I have since realized that I want it back in my repertoire, but I need one more bard level before I can start learning new second level spells again. So I don't have it. I think dominate person might be the only sort of force talk method we have. In the meantime,
defensive, I want to add getting a cat to hunt for small bugs.
Oh, good idea. Excellent idea.
I mean, I can do
Cat's not actually a person.
Make sure the cat we get
We'll
is a
have
real
to double
cat.
check that. Yeah, put an extra bullet point. Double check that cat is not also a person.
Okay, well, while you're going to the pound, I'll go look for bugs. Since I kind of do that on a daily basis, anyways.
The now
Okay.
Humane Society.
Saphira, would you permit me to cast Identify on the ring you've recovered?
Saphira's still in the room.
Saphira is still in the room, and Saphira will not let you touch the ring.
Yeah, that's a problem. All right.
Can we, meanwhile, just grab whatever else was on this person? Whatever else she took. And I'll using like some sort of cloth or rag to handle everything now that we know she's hoarding cursed items.
Sure. Go ahead and roll and investigate.
Can I help?
Yeah, Tati, why don't you do it and I help you? And actually, instead, I'll give you guidance. I'll let somebody else help you, and I'll stack guidance on you.
While this is happening, Eric, is Saphira still holding the ring?
Saphira has the ring on her finger now.
I see. All right, so I asked Saphira to give me the ring, or to let me cast Identify on it, and she refuses. I'd like to cast Command on Saphira.
Okay. Saphira, can I get your roll of wisdom saving throw with a bonus of 0, so just a d20, please.
The command is Give, and I hold my other hand out.
D20 Saphira. Things froze for a second.
Wait, interestingly, you're saying the ring didn't lower her wisdom save; it brought it to a +0.
Correct.
I was joking when I said that, but I think it actually is
Can you
real.
keep the ring for like a hot second?
It's a ring of the commoner. It sets all your stats to 10.
That would be such a funny cursed magic item.
Yeah.
That would be.
That's what I need to add to a different campaign.
Ring of
but
the
not this one.
commoner. Yes.
Ring of the
Do it.
commoner, yes.
Okay, last I heard was Bryn like turning to me. I missed everything since then.
Bryn's telling you to give the ring to him, and he's using command.
So I asked Saphira if Saphira would let me cast Identify on the ring, and Eric said no. Saphira refuses, and I'm attempting to cast a command spell.
And it's
on
not
Saphira.
that Saphira refuses; she just ignores the request.
So what's the command word that you actually used?
Give, and I'm holding out my other hand.
Okay. I
You can
will
give him anything except for the ring.
I'll unsheath the dagger from. I'll unsheath one of the daggers I have on me and hand it to you.
All right.
There you go.
All right. Saphira seems magically bound to the ring in a way that a simple command spell is not enough to get her to part with it.
Crystal, will you help me with the investigation check on everything the dwarfs got?
Jordan, I'm going to send you a item that I need you to add to your character sheet, please.
I'll give the dagger back. I don't want. I obviously was not asking for the dagger, and Saphira bloody well knows that.
Just keeps handing over more daggers. Yeah. Do you want the help? Are you asking for the help action?
Yeah.
Okay. Yes.
Is Saphira not handing over the damn thing?
31 plus 2 is our combined.
All right. So with a 33, you search through this person's pockets and possessions as she is conscious, stable, but basically unresponsive. You're going to find around her neck a leather necklace, just a little leather strap with a twig on it. In her right pocket, there is a single seed. I'm not sure if you recognize what kind of seed that is. Roll a nature check, please.
Toss it over to Crystal and be like, "You recognize this?"
Maybe.
You do not recognize this seed. No, I'm sorry.
Sorry, who's your god?
not of seeds. That's for damn sure.
Only once they're in bloom.
She has a coin purse completely full of copper pieces. There are 45 copper pieces in there. She has a skinning knife. She has a wooden mess kit. Her skinning knife is made of flint. And she has these clothes that look like they were handmade and took a lot of time. There's a lot of patches to them. These are very old clothes, and she probably fixed them herself. She has a little rope hair tie and some basic sandals. That's about it. She has a water skin. Yeah.
We're gonna take everything except the clothes and sandals off of her, I think.
Okay.
Presume, just because, so as not to add insult to injury, the coin from her mouth.
Okay.
I am going to walk towards this dwarf, like I'm gonna do something, and then I'm just going to last second put a hand on Saphira and say, "You look so nice today," and then cast Dominate Person on Saphira.
Okay.
So much PvP.
You'll notice that Saphira's wisdom saving throw has gone up to 0.
You look better than we've seen you in the past. Interesting. That ring is very, very beautiful on you, but I'm gonna need you
Of course, it's very beautiful.
I'm gonna need you to set it down. Take it off and set it down on this table right here.
You're dominated. You do so, Saphira.
All right.
Of course.
I would like to very gingerly take out my wand of identify.
One moment. She lets go of it on the table, and it disappears. The ring disappears. It appears back on her finger.
That's problematic.
Wait. What if you just hold it out so that Bryn can identify it instead of dropping it?
Hold it out for Bryn for me, just really quick.
You are dominated, so you are forced to obey, Saphira.
All right.
Here you go, Bryn.
Thank you. Just taking a quick peek. Yeah.
All right, sending this over to Bryn because this is going to be fun. There you go, Bryn.
Huh. Cursed Stone of Wisdom Negation. Automatically attunes while in your possession. While it's on your person, your wisdom saving throw bonus is 0. Any attempt to willingly get rid of it fails. It is the stone
This
of
is
the
a buff.
common.
Wait,
Your wisdom
It's a
save
buff.
is 0. It's a
Sorry,
straight buff for Severe.
any
That's
attempt.
not-
Okay, I mean, I guess, sure, yeah. But any attempt to
Why
willingly
would-
get rid of it fails. Is that what you said?
Why would they send someone into the house to get the stone? I was expecting like a legendary artifact of some sort that was buried under the house. This
She came
doesn't
for the
seem.
seed.
Maybe she gave us
Not
something
the
that
ring.
wasn't. Yeah. That.
We've already
Multiple
searched her.
Can I take a look at the seed? I handed
Sure.
it to Crystal last time.
Yeah,
Crystal hands it back.
Yeah, all right.
it's
I'd like
small,
to,
about the size of your pinky nail.
Let me pull a mask over my face.
Which mask are we getting on your face now?
I feel like I have so many living family members who are good at nature. Let me just try to remember who's dead that's good at it. No. What's his face? Kalevi, I think, was a druid. Let's pull his mask on.
Okay.
Yeah, he's the one with the lightning scar on his mask.
Oh, I like this one.
Sure.
Yeah.
Crystal says in real life. Oh, I like this man.
It's like, oh, heck at this, huh? So far from the sea. Here we go. Nature.
He's weaving a little, or touching to you. Do you weave as if you're on the ocean now that you're on dry land?
There's a little bit of land sickness here.
Is Jack Sparrowing it?
Yeah.
Jesus, it's a +4. And
Can I give you the help action?
Sure.
Well, hold on. So even so it's a 10 plus 8 with a D4. So we're at 20.
So 20. You do not recognize this seed.
I don't know, little guys. This seed isn't from something we've seen around here.
We can plant it.
Well, you
Great
all
idea.
did learn a little bit of the green thumb, didn't you? You can raise these guys up pretty fast.
The girl.
Isaac, do you still have? Sorry, go ahead, Eric.
The girl looks at you guys and goes to speak, then looks over at Isaac and shuts her mouth.
That's
I mean, the
strange.
one thing I wanted you to do was fucking talk, but okay. I'll patrol the property, you guys.
Hold on. Before you
whatever
go,
you can
Isaac,
out of her.
do you still have detect magic up?
I was gonna say yes, but I think technically, let me double check. No, because guidance is concentration. So.
But is detect magic concentration, or is it just?
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, it is. Okay, I thought it was just.
I mean, I can
static.
recast it
Right.
if we need. Like, it's not a big
I'm
deal.
wondering if the seed is magical.
Did you identify it?
I have one
Yeah.
charge of identify left, and if the seed is magical, then yes, I might be able to identify it.
Normally, it would be an
could
even
try
trade.
a
because
legend,
detect
Lord.
magic is the. Sorry.
So, I was just saying we could try a legend, Lord. Maybe it's one of those.
Oh yeah.
Like seeds of story.
That's a good question.
I'll
Yeah,
try it.
Good idea.
Eric, the wording of identify is oh no. Okay. I touch one object that I must touch throughout the casting of the spell. If it is a magic item, you learn its properties and how to use them. Okay, yeah. Eric, I would like to attempt to cast identify on this mysterious seed, which uses my last charge. It may do nothing, but
The seed is magical.
okay.
It is not an item that I'm going to be putting in D&D Beyond unless you guys want me to, in which case I will. But the seed is of the land of the ground dwellers, ancient times. and is the seed of a specific fruit tree called the lamage. And I will put that in chat for you.
This better not be related to that cult in some way.
The lamage tree is a fruit tree that existed and has gone extinct.
Honestly, I hope it's related to the cult, because then we get two birds with one stone. We deal with the cult and the house problem at the same time.
Where did you find this crystal?
But
You ask her?
I asked Crystal where she found it.
Okay. Oh, right. Yes. Crystal, Tati is asking you where you found the seed.
Kalevi and Tati.
Right.
you handed it to me? I found it in my hand.
I
What?
thought she stole it from you.
She
I'm
did not
so
steal it.
confused.
No, I
she
thought
came...
it was in the house. Yeah, I thought, but I didn't think she was stealing it from us. I thought it was like in the house because it used to be Poppy's house, and so it was just left here. At least that's what
Inside-
Dad thought.
So there's a little bit of a confusion going on. Tati's cousin or relative is speaking through Tati, asking Crystal where she got the seed from, and the relative is referencing where Tati stole it from.
No.
No? Okay.
I mean, Kalevi and Tati are all in on most of the same information here.
Okay.
I thought the dwarf said she came in here to steal a seed for Poppy, and I thought she said she meant
Gotcha.
to steal it from Crystal because Crystal had picked it up somewhere.
No, she is not stolen from Crystal. But cool. Just
She stole it
clarifying.
from-
Thank
just
you.
from the house. I thought Poppy's claim that this was her house was just a lie she made up. Unless you
Poppy
think
never
she's
said that.
The dwarf said that Poppy said that, and I
Correct.
assumed that if Poppy said that, it was a lie that she made up because she's not a vampire.
There we go.
Allegedly.
We
It didn't, like-
check.
Did that flower just like blossom in the garden that we have in the middle of our house now? Did it just like sprout? Is that where?
No, it's just the seed. They've identified the seed.
Okay, but like, it sounds like the seed was just sitting in the house.
Yeah.
Correct.
Whether or not one of us picked it up on the road and brought it here, or it was here from a previous tenant. Either way, we don't know.
I mean, part of our emergency planning was discussing the idea that there is some stuff hidden in this house that person wants. So I guess this is some of that stuff.
We should really just start punching holes in every wall and just see if we find
Yeah,
something.
punch holes
'Cause
in
I'm-
every wall.
I'm getting the impression that we've just been sitting on a ton of stuff that we don't know about, based on today.
I love that idea.
Literally, figuratively.
Did you
No,
send a message to Poppy, Crystal, or was that just a thing that we talked about today?
Send it. I did not.
We
send
just
a
discussed
message.
it.
Okay.
Well, I'm suggesting we don't, because that would tip our hand that we caught her spy, and I like the disguise self plan that Saphira suggested.
With that,
It was Tati.
can I drop
Uh,
dominate person on Saphira?
Sure, you can drop dominate person. Saphira, you are back in your control of your own capacities. As
Crystal,
much
like,
as you
kisses her
can
on
be.
the-
As soon as I do,
Still kisses her
I
on
pull out
the
a
cheek.
cutlass. No, as soon as I do, as soon as she tries, I kind of duck away, put a cutlass, and hold it up to her.
To
Sorry,
me?
easy,
I mean,
old
that's a
friend.
fair
We just
reaction.
wanted to make sure that nothing was wrong with you. You seemed really reluctant to part with the ring. We just wanted to make sure that you didn't just put on a cursed magical artifact.
It's good for you. We just had to double check.
I would, but
This lady is still awake, right? She's just sort of playing silent.
No, she's unconscious. I'm pretty sure, right?
Did she go
She's
back?
stable, but
Yeah.
Take,
She
take
returns to consciousness. Yeah.
oh,
Okay.
okay.
All right.
He
Let's.
said she looked at
I,
him, but
I understand that.
Coin's gonna try and good cop it, I think, seeing that like
Wait a second.
Isaac.
Let's,
Okay.
real quick, let's let Saphira say what she was going to say first, and then Isaac was going to try to leave the room so that you could good cop it, but the doors are locked, and I wanted to see, did we even lock those? Because if not,
Unlock
that
these
seems like
doors.
we have a... Okay, great. Can you unlock them?
Yeah, he'll put his hand back and unlock the 2 doors behind him.
Totally.
Okay.
Thank you.
I'll tell Crystal. You understand? You were doing what you felt you had to do. As I probably can't stop you. I'm telling you, I don't like it. And she'll put her cups away.
I think Coin's gonna razz Isaac a little bit just to try and give her the impression. He's like, "Get on out of here, scram! I'll deal with it."
Yeah. Really, really laying that good cop on thick.
Always roughing him up. No good.
So
Okay.
Eric, he said he unlocked the doors there, so I can
Okay.
leave, but they're still...
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I
I
can't unlock that
Missed
one.
the. I missed the lock. Oh, there you go.
Bryn had also threatened her, so Bryn's gonna go wait
I was just
outside
there,
as
we
well.
doing a buddy system. Great. Wonderful. Let's just pace her. Let's just do a loop.
Okay.
Hey, Figri, your name. So, listen, you might know who Poppy is, you might not, but you definitely know how you got the job. So, maybe you could tell me a bit about that, how you ended up in this predicament. And he'll pull out a notepad and paper, and he'll say, "It might be easier on you if you just write this down."
She takes the piece of paper and the pen, and she looks at the paper, and her brow furrows. She looks up at you and tries to talk. Can't.
You, coming on short on words there?
Her eyes begin to go bloodshot.
Okay, let's, you got a favorite color? What's your favorite
You
color?
wanna?
Can I just lean over Coin and do like a thieves' cant, like a sign language to her?
Okay?
Just to ask, can you understand me?
She blinks and strains. She twists her head. She drops the pen and paper and grabs the sides of her head.
Hey, you need a cup of water there?
She opens her mouth in a scream of pain, but no sound comes out.
I'll give you that cup of water.
Insight. Can I do an insight check to see if she's
Sure.
thinking?
Roll an insight check.
Yeah.
Coin's gonna pull out a water skin from his bag,
Okay.
but he's just holding it. He's not handing it to her yet.
Not appear to be faking it. You
I
can see
should
the
have
veins bulging on the side of her neck.
I should have done identify on her to see if she had like a scrying spell on her. It's possible that this is like a kill switch, and she's failed, and now she's getting
she will
murdered.
grab a hold of the water skin, and as she does so, a pool of black comes out the side of her mouth, and she will collapse and die.
Well, I'm
All right,
never
well-
playing good cop ever again.
Well,
That went.
Coin.
can we bring her back?
that a poison?
Crystal walks. Crystal
Can I
walks
grab
up
her?
and casts
her can I grab
Not
her
a poison?
soul?
No, I haven't
You
drank
want
from this.
you gonna grab her soul? Okay.
No, I like raise Tati to the body. I'm like, no. And
I
cast
need
her from the
initiative
back.
rolls for the two of you, please.
You know what?
Just
Not my.
you don't need to count your tokens. Just roll the initiative. Crystal got a 15.
Oh my
Tati got an
God.
11. Crystal, you're gonna get there first. What do you want to do?
Oh no, Tati got
Oh,
it.
Tati got a 23. So Tati, the soul of this person wafts up, turns into a firefly, and flies over to you.
Tati! Oh my god. Put it back.
Put it back.
Wow.
Tati knows how to put it back.
I mean, I can't heal. Can you heal?
I can bring her back.
He does
I can
have
release her
Revivify.
soul.
Can you release
Yes.
it into her corpse? Like back in?
Can you like coax it back?
Or just let it go and then.
Yeah.
What
So
if you
I
just
can.
put the firefly in her mouth and we just close her jaw and then you revivify? Will that do the job? Like if it's within like a foot of her, does it count?
If Crystal's going to try to heal her, then I will assist. As long as we're not, raising corpses into undead zombies. Just a regular old.
If she comes back as a zombie, I got that one too. That's fine.
Tati,
we
can.
So what are you doing, Crystal? Because you only have a few seconds here.
Yeah, she's gonna cast Revivify.
All right.
Heal her
Cast
again,
your
then you
Revivify.
take the fire.
woman returns to life with 1 hit point. She looks up at you guys, terrified, and will say the words, "I don't know what's going on. Who are you?"
Coin, can you identify? Is this a poison? And I'm gonna look at the black gunk on her lip.
Coin will attempt.
It is not a poison. You guys will recognize deoxygenated blood.
Oh no, never mind, Coin. This doesn't smell like poison. This smells like blood.
I don't know if this will do anything, but I imagine Coin knows so little about magic items. He's just thinking like, she's on someone's radar. He's gonna pull out a gem of discretion. Activate it.
Nice, good job. You get inspiration, sir.
Thank you.
Because she was about to die again.
It just I haven't used this thing in like 4 adventures, so could be useful.
So smart.
And he's just.
Is this the same way that those people died when we were in the underneath the smutty bookshop?
Wow.
Yes, exactly.
This is exactly the same way.
I'm gonna peek in the door to see what's going on, and I see like blood leaking out over ears, and I'm gonna come back inside.
I played good
what
crap.
Crystal, can you contact? Oh my god, I'm blanking on his name.
Skias?
No. the one with more history with Shu. What the fuck is his name?
Why do we think this is shoe related?
Okay, poison.
Oh.
Do I recognize the poison?
Coin's
It
gonna.
is not a
It's not a
poison.
poison.
Oh, that's right.
It's-
That's blood.
This is how they died when we were in that den
Coin?
underneath the smutty bookshop.
The 12 Spiders Den, if you guys will recall that.
Yeah.
Coin's gonna say to Bryn, like, someone's watching this play out or influencing that this plays out. And he can probably see the gem of discretion as he walks in. So you're
All
aware.
right.
You can probably infer
We need-
what's happening.
I think we need to try and get her to the consortium. If someone can kill her from a distance, I am not sure that anything we do here. I can cast Mordenkainen's Private Sanctum in as a 10-minute casting, and that
It
only
seems like
blocks
something
divination
Leslie would
spells.
know about. I mean, there's blood involved. She's dying over and over again. There's some weird stuff.
How far is the walk to the consortium, approximately?
It's about a quarter mile.
Does
Okay.
the gem of
She's
discretion
probably
move with the gem? Or is it like you activate it and it's only a 15-point radius?
No, the gem has the aura around the stone.
Okay. Eric, we've have we established whether we can try and fit a person inside the bag of holding? Rules has written it has enough oxygen for 10 minutes for one person.
You can fit someone small in the bag of holding.
Okay.
You can technically do a medium person if they can do the acrobatics or athletics check to cram themselves through the small opening. But yeah, they have 10 minutes of air, and you do have to empty enough weight for the person to fit inside.
Okay. Ruzit, can you cast Reduce on her?
She's
and
already
we'll
a
put
dwarf.
her.
Hold on.
I know,
we have
but we'll make her
15 minutes of
smaller.
this gym. Why don't we just get walking, and then
Let's
when
just
that
move.
wears
Let's
off,
just
then
move.
we throw her in. We're burning like a midnight
We gotta
candle
go.
here. Let's
We
move.
gotta go
It's
now.
a quarter. I'm worried if we leave the house, she's just gonna get killed again.
Why don't you
she's
cast
saying that
Mordecai's
she'll be shrouded in the
Private
gem of protection aura.
Does it just muffle voices, or does it actually provide some kind of magical protection beyond that?
She's not dead right now, which tells us something is occurring to prevent that thing that happened to her. She's not bleeding out. So it being inside and outside, it's not going to be much of a difference. And
Alright,
if someone comes, we're better off defending her in person with our fists than we are waiting for the aura to wear off and stuffing her in a
Okay.
bag.
I think she's not safe in this house, and we need to get her to the consortium. My vote is reduce her, put her in the bag, cast haste on someone. And
This doesn't last that long. We just gotta move.
I think
I
the
fully, yeah,
We walk-
I do agree
We
with
walked the
Ruzit.
consortium like 5-10 minutes max.
Let's go. Let's go.
We have 15 minutes of the gym.
the conversation when you get to
Yeah,
the
I
consortium might
that's
be
yeah,
longer
Coin is
though.
correct.
Well, the conversation's gonna have to be short. We gotta go. We gotta
Well,
try to get help with
if
the.
we use the time we have with the gem to
Let's have this
cast
conversation on the road, for one.
Mordecai's Sanctum, then you have a lot more time to have that conversation.
No,
I
you're
don't
right.
think any of us have spells that can be cast in 15 minutes or less that will stop her from being psychic
Scryed
lanced
upon?
or whatever.
Scryed upon.
It stops divination spells, but I don't think a divination spell is what killed her.
Ruzy,
It's
can you
not,
carry
but
her?
Someone
Well,
decided
yeah.
to kill her because they were scrying on what she was up to.
Exactly. Correct.
That's
Right.
why the gem is protecting her now.
Coin is
Right.
ushering
Obvious,
people
but-
out the door.
Ruzit's
Okay.
carrying
There
her.
should only be 2 of you leaving. We don't want to abandon the house so that everybody else runs up to it. Like 2 of you go run her to the consortium.
Ruzit's with Coin and is running.
I
Okay.
think me and Ruzit is a pretty good set because he can move
Okay.
fast in an emergency.
Cool.
Well, actually, oh, I don't have. Do I have enough sorcery points for this? Get a mana potion, or something. Just cast fly on me. We need to move. Both of us.
All right.
I'll
So-
cast it. I will twin cast fly on Ruzit and
Cool.
Okay,
So-
let's go.
You guys fly across town towards the consortium. We're going to have the camera leave the other people at the house for now. If you guys want to leave the house or do something special, let me know. But at the moment, the camera's going to. Good.
I would like to start casting Mordenkainen's Private Sanctum. It has a 10-minute casting time.
Cool.
I don't know if it'll help, but I would like to ward the entire house
Got it.
against censors by divination spells and target by divination spells, as well as teleport and basically the last 4 effects.
Sure.
So nothing visible, or nothing detectable by the 5 senses, but no
Awesome.
divination and no teleporting.
Cool. All
That's all.
right. So you guys fly across town, getting lots of looks as you guys fly, and make it to the consortium. Run inside. Brad comes running up to you guys. Oh, how can I help you guys? You guys here for dinner? I got some
Important
nice
business.
sweet
We
potatoes and
need to
stuff.
go upstairs quickly.
Brad.
Consortium emergency.
Up, and he steps out of the way.
We both dash up the staircase, presumably.
All right. You dash up the staircase, and Kerfix is at the reception desk. He looks up at you guys. Howdy. Can I
Do
help
any of
you?
your offices have warding against scrying?
Of the consortium does, like the whole
The whole
building.
consortium? Okay, wait, we're good then. We can calm down for a moment.
Okay.
What's going on?
We have. I think we have like a pawn in someone's game that's been sent to our estate to get something, and once they were captured, they were no longer needed. I guess by whoever sent them. And
Wait,
so,
Sorry, did you not bring her with you?
No, I'm carrying her.
Okay.
In the bag of holes.
Just making sure.
Describing
It sounded like
who-
you were describing just the two of you were there alone.
Yeah, we can go find her. We'll fly back and get her.
He looked at you guys. This is big brain stuff, right? Got it. I'm the wrong dude.
Okay, who's in here? Who's got a big brain here that can maybe?
You're big and fluffy, but we need the big brain.
We got Mr. Sherez, there's Leslie, there's River, there's Artemis.
I mean, there was a lot of blood involved. Maybe Leslie.
There's
You got like a witness protection program kind of thing.
There's Nephilim, and then there's Serena and a couple
I
others.
think we
We're
get
gonna
it,
walk down the hall
Kerfix.
to the big door. So
I love hearing your voice, but we do need to move.
we're gonna go. Let's go to the big door.
sorry. You going down to the hall to the big door?
Yeah.
Let's just talk to Leslie Coin. I think she would know stuff about this. I know she's a
Yeah.
creep, but I mean, she's all about death and blood, and I feel like that's all the vibes I get from this scenario.
Honestly, whoever we can get to fastest.
All right. Well, the big doors are after the last door on the left, so up to you. You can go to the last door on the
closer
left.
to us, right?
Which
Yep.
one's Leslie?
Then go to Leslie.
Last door on the left is Leslie. The big doors at the end are Mr. Sherez.
Okay, Coin will we'll go to Leslie's door, but he's gonna talk loudly enough outside of her door that Sherez could theoretically overhear.
Oh no, he knows you're there. So as you come up to Leslie's door, the door is open, and you guys look inside, and she is currently tidying up a dagger from on top of her desk. You guys, we know, are compulsed to only look at a certain area. So,
That check.
yeah, you did pass that check. But, yeah, she looks up at you. Hello. And she slides a long dagger back under the desk.
Howdy.
Help you.
So we got some weird stuff going on with that house we were sent to guard. I think you might have the sort of expertise we need to learn more. And Ruza's gonna open up the bag of holding and pull this lady out.
You may or may not be the go-to person here, but this is sort of time sensitive, in a sense. It may not be here, but
We found out this lady, she was sent in as a spy. She was some cockroach or something, sent in with a bunch of flowers that apparently this flower lady is actually the owner of the house, and she sent
Not
her in as a
metaphorically.
cockroach.
she was a literal
Okay.
cockroach.
Yes, literally a cockroach. And so we caught her, we started to interrogate her, and then she just dropped dead, and was coughing up blood. And then we bring her back, and I think she was. You stopped her from dropping dead by making the field, right? I guess that.
I get the impression, he's holding the gem of discretion, that masking her existence or her. I get the feeling that someone's trying to cut off a loose end, and we managed to shroud that, but we don't really know how far this goes. We don't even really know who this person is. She doesn't seem like she could say anything, but someone sent her, and
Well, the person who sent her is likely the person who owns the house.
someone didn't want her getting interrogated either. Oh yeah, have you heard the name Poppy by chance? Flower Girl?
I have heard the name Poppy. She's a personal friend of Kerfix's. They tend to spar every Thursday night here in the dojo. What you've told me about this woman is very disturbing.
I should mention that Poppy sent her.
Yeah, Poppy
She
seems
looks
to
at
be the
you.
person who owns the house. Maybe Poppy's possessed or something? I have no idea.
She looks at you. Poppy is overseas right now.
Oh.
Are you sure? Like
Is
Flower
a
Lady?
different Poppy?
The tall, furble woman who's very sweet and
Oh, that's a different
loves
Poppy.
selling flowers.
Oh wait,
sounds-
was she a furball?
that-
I don't think she was fluffy.
That's not. No, she was kind of. It kind of sounds like this.
Actually, that
Blue?
sounds right. Blue. Oh yes, definitely. Okay, it definitely was Poppy
Long
way back.
years?
Yep. Yeah. Oh, 100%. It was Poppy.
Wait, so then we're
Crazy.
getting, are we
She
getting
knocked on our
played?
door and sold someone a flower.
And the flower had the spy on it.
That doesn't. Well, it sounds like Poppy would sell flowers, but not willingly provide. That's very strange.
She also
Would
tried
you
to sell
mind
us on a
finding her in
subscription.
that chair? Because I don't like suspicious individuals being loose in my office.
Sure. Coin will
And
pull
she
out.
will slide you. It's a black cord. It's made of a material that feels like silk or satin, but it's lighter than that. It's almost non-existent in weight. As you guys pick up this black cord, and she instructs you guys to bind the woman as she goes and prepares something under the desk.
So from what we can tell, at least it seemed like she didn't even know what was going on anymore after we bought her back. Like all her memories had been wiped when she was killed.
Understood. Okay. She puts a small wooden box on the table. It's on the desk. It is about 3 inches long, about 2 inches high, and about 2 inches wide, rectangular. And she leaves it there. You see no seam on this box. It is simply, looks like almost a block of wood, except for you can see that there's multiple panels that make this thing up. She comes around to the front, pats that for a moment, and the door will shut. She didn't touch it. The door just closes. The room begins to get much darker in the corners. Now, what do you want to know about this woman?
It's not really about her. I think her name is Vigirgret, but we want to know more about who sent her. If it's Poppy or whoever's possessing Poppy, if it's not actually Poppy.
How did she get entangled in this operation? I don't know if we can find out who sent her, but we can figure out how she ended up here.
Interrogation of the living is not my forte. You say she's already died once?
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you have a reason to keep her alive?
Not
Excellent ambiance music through through that question.
I mean, if it's what has to be done to get the info, I mean, she was already dead.
Not particularly, but she does seem like an innocent. Like, she just seems like some, I don't know, person that I think someone was pretending to be Poppy and might have tricked her into it. Is this the kind of information you could receive if she died?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, before anything, is the woman is conscious? Unconscious? What's her deal
She's
right now?
conscious at the moment, yeah.
Okay,
She's
well
looking
before...
around at you guys.
Why don't we take it step by step?
Trying to get a word in edgewise, but at the moment she's being talked over and can't really talk, and this Leslie freaks the tar out of her.
Coin's gonna pause Leslie. He's gonna say, maybe we could, or I could attempt to talk to her, negotiate information, and then that's the plan B. That's the backup. She doesn't seem to be an ongoing threat. There's no urgency here, presumably. He turns to...
Well, she leans back against the desk, folds her hands, and waits for you as she will observe exactly what you're doing. The corners of the room will lighten back up to normal, and you hear the knob of the door turn and unlatch.
Coin's gonna walk up to Figri Chit. Say, hey, how are we on speaking? Do you need the notepad again?
I think I can speak.
Okay.
What's going on?
What has been your day or week? What is the last thing you remember before shit hit the fan for you?
I was flying. It was a beautiful day. There was a storm coming, and I wanted to find cover. I went into a glade, and I found a hole in a tree, and I flew into the hole. I laid down, and there was a squirrel there, but I scared him off, and I laid down in his bed, and I fell asleep.
Where? Okay, wait. Was this? Were you just frolicking? Where? Were you on vacation? Is this like a dream? Where, like location-wise, where is this occurring?
Forest.
Do you typically go to this forest and you just blacked
I live
out?
in the forest, of course.
Coin, I think this might not be a person who turned into a cockroach. I think it's the other way.
This is a very strange cave.
You think she was a cockroach and she got turned into
Oh
something
no.
else?
No, I'm a druid.
Oh.
Oh.
Okay.
You've heard of us?
Do you have like family or anything?
Oh, they left. They're still alive, but we only meet occasionally, only when the circle comes together.
Okay, do any flowers ring a bell for you? Any
I do remember
significance?
flowers. I woke up the next morning and went to pick flowers, and I picked flowers.
Do you remember what happened after that?
I was picking heart blossoms, and then I remember burning my tongue.
Huh.
Then I woke up and then I got stuck inside of that horrible bag with all sorts of stuff all around in nowhere. I couldn't feel the ground. I couldn't feel anything except for things bumping into me. They were jostling around. It was
Okay,
chaotic.
So there's a
Probably could have
discontinuity
explained
here in your memory.
Oh, what does that mean?
There was a point where you remember, and then there's stuff that happened that you don't remember, and then there's a point where you kept remembering what happened.
Yes.
There's a disconnect. Something's messing with your head.
Is that you?
No.
Oh. Well, I'm thankful for that.
Well, I don't.
Do you have any recollection of a ring or a need to get a ring? Anything relating to a ring?
I remember seeing a ring. Yeah. It was the squirrel had it.
The squirrel? The squirrel had a ring?
Squirrel had it in its nest.
Yeah? Did you interact with the squirrel?
Well, I scared him off. And I laid down. And then when I went flower picking, I had the ring on my finger. I don't remember putting it on.
Coin seems visibly confused, but he's trying to piece this together in his head.
Okay, so there's some cursed ring. She was picking flowers and the ring ended up on her. Maybe, I mean, it just sounds like she got kidnapped by this thing, and supposedly this thing is also possessing Poppy, if Poppy is just this normal lady.
Or they're just, wearing her face, so to speak, just a disguise.
We can determine where Poppy is. I have something that belongs to her.
Okay, well, that would be pretty useful to.
I guess
Why don't
then,
we go down that route?
yeah, it could be a disguise as well. That actually makes more sense.
Can you check in on Poppy, see what she's
Of
up to?
course. Let's find out what's going on with Poppy. And please gag her and place this on her. And she will reach into a pocket of her dress. Her dress has pockets. just delightful. For any woman who's ever worn a dress, this dress has pockets. It's great. For any guy that's worn a dress, this dress has pockets. And she hands you a dark purple, almost smoke-like color crystal. It's about 4 inches long. Just place this in her lap, and we won't have any problems with her at all. As she hands you the crystal coin, the all the buffs of your magic items fade.
Okay, my AC drops by 2. That's about it.
You let go of it and put it on the woman's lap. You get all your buffs back.
Okay. I think Coin will convey to this frightened woman. Just think of it as like a doctor checkup, all right? We're figuring out your situation, okay? But don't.
Leslie
don't
looks
out.
at you. I'm afraid this is going to be somewhat disturbing. And she will look over, and on her desk there is a single black orchid. There are no distinguishing marks on the orchid. The petals are black on black, and the stem is green. It is currently in a little pot. She will slide it towards the center of the desk and go to the other side of it. Are you ready?
Before that, I got a question. Leslie, do you have any non-wicked hobbies? Like anything that doesn't...
Hobbies are not wicked. What do you
like,
mean?
do you do pottery or
Maybe she does gardening.
gardening?
The gardening I do would probably not interest you. I have a interest in gardening, but it's of a different type than is traditional.
I
I
got it.
a friend and a contact who I've dealt with in the past. He lives down south, and he has a garden of the type that I really enjoy.
I'm gonna not ask for more details. Yeah, I'm ready. Totally ready.
So, she will place her hands on either side of the orchid. The door closes. You hear it lock. The corners of the room go dark. The walls go dark. The ceiling disappears, and darkness forms around you guys. She looks at the orchid, which begins to tremble for a moment, and then it begins to wither. And it withers, and as it collapses onto the green stem, its shape changes, and it's a black mass that forms almost like jello on this pot. As it forms up, it stretches and arms reach out of it. It separates into legs, it grows ears, and then a face. You'll recognize the facial features of Poppy, the flower seller you guys met at the gate. She has a basket of flowers on her left hip and appears to be selling flowers to somebody. And then she looks up, and in wonder you hear, I love the sanctuary. It's a beautiful place. Too bad I can't tell anybody about it. No one would ever believe me. So many flowers, so little time. When I get back to Reston, I'll have to tell Mr. Firm about this. I'm sure he'll miss it. Oh, a tulip. And she reaches down, and a tulip appears in the mass's hand. She smells it. I'll have to get some bulbs of that. And she will go off to the side and start talking to someone about purchasing bulbs. And Leslie's hands move away from this gelatinous mass, which collapses into an orchid. The petals fall off, leaving one green stem in a flower pot. The ceiling returns, the walls brighten up, the corners of the room brighten up, the door unlatches. What would you guys like to do?
So, I guess it must have been an illusion then.
I believe our friend is overseas and not here in Reston.
Well, that's good.
Okay. Well, then she's got an imposter because there's definitely her at her front door.
Apparently so.
You said there was someone spotted in town, right? Someone someone that might have a goal to get in this house?
We
I don't know
believe
if this...
so. Yes.
Okay. We don't... It's hard to, like, connect this, but it kind of... I get the impression that relates to that. I don't know if this is a... Doesn't seem like it's a separate occurrence of someone trying to retrieve something from the house. I was under the impression they wanted the house specifically, not just an object inside of it.
We were unsure about that. Now that this individual, she looks meaningfully at the woman, has been involved, it's apparent that there's something that they tried to acquire. Was anything found on this person?
Yes, there was a ring and a seed. The
Nothing
ring
else.
we found out was some cursed ring that doesn't do too much interesting. The seed, though, I don't.
What did the ring do?
I
I'm
think
sorry.
it just.
I'm very interested in curses.
No,
And
the
her
curse.
eyes widen at that. She is very interested in curses.
The curse was just like something about your wisdom and how it's hard to resist.
It's
mind
like a...
altering effects when you have the ring on, and you also won't give it away. That's like
it
a
seems
norm.
to
Like,
make you... Yeah, what he said. It makes you unwise and you can't throw it away because it kind of comes back. You can take it away, it seems like. We pulled it off people, but...
Interesting.
It's what it
So
seems
this woman had that ring upon her, which would have reduced her wisdom to nil. Interesting. Would that would have allowed her to be more influenced by an outside source? Very cruel.
Like, she clearly has been influenced by an outside source. I mean, the only thing that she let slip about whoever is screwing with her head is that it's that flower lady, and that the flower lady owns the house. So whoever's, I guess, disguised as Poppy or masquerading as Poppy is the owner of the house, or at least purports to be.
I can interrogate her if you'd like, or you can continue. And she's almost making fun of your efforts, but not quite. Almost.
Coin turns to Ruzid. Do you think it's possible if she dies to bring her back a second time? Like we get Crystal over here?
I can't do it.
Leslie
no,
says,
not you.
"Oh no. If this woman is interrogated by me, she will not be returning."
Well, I have a question for you anyways. I mean, it looks like it seems that her mind has been wiped, so how are you going to get any information out of her that she doesn't have?
There are things that retain knowledge outside the mind.
That's unsettling.
She acknowledges that with a little tilt of her head.
So, what do you want to do, boss?
Coin seems pretty conflicted. I think he's gonna sort of like... He's walking in circles in the room right now. Like, so the only way you can do this is if she's dead. There's none of this information is applicable to a living person. Even if she was willing to give it up, this, like you said, it's retained. So what if she was working with us to get this? Even if it's not her remembering it, is there any way?
I need your equation check.
Okay. I need to see if I have a lucky. I got
Getting
one lucky.
close on this one, man.
I'm gonna check.
Okay, let's see here. Oh,
what was my
man.
best?
I'm gonna try to convince Leslie. All right. Leslie. All right, let's see here.
Sick rolls.
It just got worse and worse.
All right. I'm afraid that will be the cost.
Is that the only cost? Like, are you physically limited by this, or could you be swayed fiscally to maybe let her walk out?
I don't think Leslie's convinced by gold coin, I'm gonna be honest.
Mr. Grung. And she reaches out and very condescendingly pats you on the head. I can't be bought.
See?
I prefer to think of it as a business transaction. I'm not purchasing, I'm buying.
I have so much wealth that you could not imagine. And I know that you can imagine a lot.
And
Okay.
you're just making me jealous.
I try.
You haven't answered yet if it's possible. You said it's the cost.
No, I didn't. And she sits in the chair and rests her hands on the armrests. No, I did not answer that.
Well, I mean, we can always go somewhere else, coin. The thing is, though, with this lady, I mean, she's just gonna get instantly killed the second she's outside of any sort of anti-scrying area. I guess she could live in hiding for the rest of her life in anti-scrying fields. It doesn't sound like a very fun existence, though.
Seems preferable to being dead to me, but to each their own, Ruzid.
There is also the way, if you could determine who is afflicting her, you could defeat that person and thus break any spells or control that person has over this.
Well, clearly it can't be done through you because you say that you're gonna kill her in order to figure this out, so...
Such is life and death.
Is there a way? And you're pretty. Coin's looking at her again, trying to find his own confidence that this really is just some druid that got dragged in, and it's not someone who got coerced, but rather they don't really.
Roll an insight check with advantage because you've got a lot more information now. Ooh, you will believe her story. You will believe her story, and I will put the seed of doubt in your mind that killing this person might be the only way to do this. And with an 18, you will know that she can stay in the consortium and not die. So, options.
If you did this, how confident are you in the information you could find? Do you kind of have an idea of what you'd get out of it? Like, are you getting a name,
if she's telling the truth, and the events that were erased from her memory.
We already we have enough information on our job. We can ascertain that it's those people trying to get into the house, get something. So reaffirming her backstory, what is that going to give us? What lead is that providing us? We already know they're trying to get into the house. So unless you're seeing their face when it's not Poppy, what's the value in even doing this procedure?
I don't know yet.
So
it
then
would determine if she's telling the truth or not.
Okay. Maybe we could put a pin on this. Just let her crash. Does the consortium have like a bedroom and open?
Is she considered a refugee or something?
Maybe she could stay here. Maybe the memories will come back on their own. Maybe there's another way to get them out.
You have your affiliate badges, do you not?
Yeah.
Very well. We will allow her to remain here with room and board. Brad will provide for her. Carfax will provide her a room, and she will be safe within the walls, at least as long as she stays within her room.
You should probably ask Brad to get her an ice pack, by the way. Like a tongue-sized ice pack, perhaps.
Why?
No reason. Just Might be a bit more comfortable that way. Did
Music
a bit of
kinda-
our own interrogation on the way here.
Rizit turns towards the druid and goes to remind her.
And if you haven't figured it out already, if you leave this place, you're probably going to die.
She nods.
We don't know what the hell's going on with you, but someone's trying to scry on you and kill you. And this building has ways to prevent scrying, which is how you're still alive right now.
She nods.
Good.
Seriously, don't
try to run away.
Don't stick your head out a window
Nods.
unless someone here tells you it's okay. And even then, better safe than sorry.
She looks very weak. Are you certain you want to leave her in this condition? Because she may just fall over and die naturally outside of my office.
Well, I can't heal her.
I can't get.
Oh.
It's not.
But you can. And she steps forward and she pulls out a little penknife, if you're willing.
I could just. I got it. He's just gonna walk up and pat her on the shoulder with a hand of healing.
Okay. Oh, such a shame. She puts the little penknife away.
I'm comfortable using my own blood that I draw. I don't really think I'm donating to you.
All
I'll
right.
put
Very well.
11 in, just to make sure she's stable.
She is full of health after the first one. She only has 5 hit points.
Fair enough. McCoy's just used to healing more.
Oh, yeah.
So he'll tell her like, yeah, this is out of my hands. You might want to just crash here. Go figure out where you're gonna eat and sleep.
I would
whatever
ask
else
you to use a different word than crash.
You're probably gonna have to. Okay, I don't know. You could talk. I'm not her caretaker. Give her a job so she could earn her keep here.
Perhaps it's time to have a new receptionist.
What?
I
No,
think
why would you get a new receptionist? Kerfex rocks.
Kerfix is a bumbling oaf.
You sure the illiterate druid is really your best choice on a receptionist?
Perhaps not.
Yeah, but Kerfex is a cute bumbling oaf.
I'm glad you like him.
You can
Now,
get.
if
You can just
don't
get her a
need my
smaller desk
services,
next to his.
I tire of this conversation. And she opens the door with a wave of her hand. You guys have seen this from Crystal before. Take her and go. Get a room. Set her within. And Brad will bring her room service. We will pay for the cost as you are still performing the favor at the house. Thank you. Goodbye.
All right. Stand
And
up.
you guys find
lady.
yourselves in the hall as
Oh.
she has Baba Booeyed you guys into the hall.
Oh. Maybe we can't just
You guys
lock
can
out the
roll the
door.
save if you'd like to. The DC on her is a DC 24 Constitution saving throw.
Oh, con. Oh. I'm not gonna resist.
Poof!
Less
You
walking
find
for
yourself in the hall. Leslie's door is closed, and Kerfix is down at the far end of the hall, and he waves at you guys.
Hi,
Hey,
Kerf.
Kerfex,
Hi, Kerfex.
you should probably work overtime. Just
Hey guys, she did it again, didn't she?
Wait
yeah.
a second. Wait, what if we like smuggled in the headband of intellect and gave it to Kerfex?
Ruzin, you want to ask him out? You can go for it. Off hours.
No, I just don't want him to lose his
Don't-
job. That would
Don't start
suck.
taking our items into it. That's a gift from you, not from us.
Yeah, but like if he lost his job, that would be so sad, and I wouldn't get to see him again, or as often.
What you think he's gonna? Perfect. Do you live in town?
Yeah.
Okay, there. You're gonna see him
Don't
again.
you?
Yeah. I'm making
Well,
a point
duh.
here. Ruzin, I think you'll see him walking on the street.
Can we put him on the payroll if they fire him?
You can put him on your
Guys,
payroll.
I'm a shareholder.
Oh,
You
you're
want
a
to be his
shareholder.
sugar daddy, Ruzin? You go for it. But I'm not paying him.
Yeah, the reset.
What's going on?
Nothing.
Okay.
But you wanna? When are you available for wrestling? You said you're gonna do that on the weekend or something.
Thursdays.
Thursdays.
Tomorrow.
I'll mark that down. Tomorrow.
Yeah, like today's Wednesday.
Yeah.
Perfect.
But
Do you have
Why do you do that?
Go ahead.
Well, you two really got this whole twin thing going on, don't you?
We're very conflicted sometimes.
Understood.
More like we're having two conversations right now, but sure.
That's why I'm confused.
Wait,
Perfect.
so is
Where do you have boarding? Where can I put this person so I don't have to keep watching them?
He will
Beds.
toss you a key. Room 4 on the right.
Thank you.
Okay, now that that's handled, so where are you doing the wrestling? And when?
In the dojo, it's the last door on the right, across from Leslie's.
Gotcha. What time?
All day. We start at dawn and we end at sunset.
Sweet. I'll try to show up at some point.
Now, it's kind of sparse now. The Poppy's overseas, but yeah.
Well, then I'll be
we'll see
Poppy's
then.
replacement.
You? That's funny. You being Poppy's replacement. Best of luck.
You have
We'll
no
see then.
idea.
Speaking
Alright.
of replacements, I'm serious, Kerfik. You should probably, if you have any like ideas to throw at the consortium, just to really show your value here. Coin's trying to skirt around saying they kind of want to fire you without saying it explicitly. He's trying to hint at Kerfik's like, hey man, you put in an extra 5 hours this week. I think your boss would really notice. She was talking about you, and she's curious. Well, really, what you're up to.
My boss is Mr. Sherez.
Okay, well.
Are you talking about Leslie?
Maybe.
I have seniority on Leslie.
Oh, sweet.
I've
nice.
been a member of the consortium longer than she's been here.
Okay, well.
Maybe she's just
maybe
jealous.
Maybe I was reading the situation a bit differently then, because she.
Oh no, she's the treasurer and I'm the bouncer. I'm just filling this reception desk because the last receptionist got dragged to hell.
Oh yeah, that whole story.
I forgot about that, but thank you for reminding me.
Yeah, it sucks. I hate this job.
Were they here when it happened? I can't remember if you mentioned.
Yeah, they were like right where you're standing. The portal opened and someone reached out and pulled them in, and gnashing of teeth and everything. Came out, flooded into the consortium. It was nasty.
Coin steps 3 steps away from that spot.
I think it was a Blagrezu that died there. Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna go bring her to her room so I can.
Yeah, wrestling tomorrow.
Yeah. Wrestling tomorrow. Deal. And you can pretend to be Poppy. No one beats Poppy. Hey, you guys have to take care. I gotta do paperwork.
Okay.
See ya, buddy.
Later. And you guys head down the stairs, leaving the dwarf woman in her room.
Oh, that was interesting.
Yeah, but I mean, we're kind of, at least this whole situation's dealt with.
For now. Well, it's not really dealt with, more is delayed.
Brad comes running up to you guys. Are you guys now ready for dinner? You guys want some steak, maybe some salad? I got this great Caesar salad. It's got some fish on it. It's really good.
Maybe get something to go. I think we need to make our way back
I have
to
pre-made meals, and he goes
Throw
to
it in
the
a
kitchen,
box.
leans in, and grabs 2 cardboard baskets and brings them to you guys.
Got any garlic bread? I'm kind of craving that right now.
Garlic bread. Yeah, I can make some. Like, I've got some loaves. I guess I could toast it and put some butter and garlic on it. Yeah, we'll be right back. You guys know that this is probably going to take about 10 minutes. You guys want to wait?
We can. Coin's probably thinking, like, we should relay this information back to the party as soon as possible, but neither of us are really capable of that.
Mm-hmm.
So I think
right
Coin's sort of like kicking his leg at the door for Ruzid, where he's like,
Okay, let's just go. I didn't know it was gonna take this long.
hey Brad, do you do delivery? You got anyone?
I
who
thought
could
Brad just
send it
like
out?
I thought he just poofed the food. Like I thought it just like existed. Like I thought you didn't have to actually cook it.
You guys look around for Brad. Are you going to go over to the kitchen?
Coin's good.
We don't have time for this coin.
All right, so you
I
guys are just
agree.
going to stand Brad up. Awesome. As you guys leave, you guys
Coin
head
will leave, you know,
Wait,
Coin
wait.
will walk out the door and then he'll walk back and he'll put a note on the side of it. It's like,
Wait. Maybe we can
Send
just
it to
tell
me.
him. Just say that we don't have enough time. I
yeah,
don't know.
Coin will put a like, you know what? Is he expecting us to pay a tab on this, or is it going?
No. You
Okay,
guys
he'll
well, then who
here.
cares?
He'll put a note that says, "Put it on ice. Send it to our address if you're really comfortable with it. But otherwise, don't worry about it. Eat it yourself. It's for you, Brad. Don't waste the food. or send it to Fiershi, the woman.
Oh
on
yeah,
room 4.
actually
Just send-
genius.
He'll just say send food to room 4 and then leave.
She had a bad day. She needs some garlic bread.
Yeah.
This group into garlic bread. I love it so much.
I need garlic
All right.
bread. I need it.
So, as you guys leave the consortium, where do you want to go? What do you want to do?
Back to the house.
Back to the.
Back to the house. Back to the house. Awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, one sec. House didn't work. Here we go. Back to the house. Back to the house. Cool.
We didn't really learn that much, to be honest.
What happened?
You can't hear anything.
Well, wait, what?
Oh yeah, someone's watching them. That we don't think that was Poppy. That was someone pretending to be Poppy.
Okay, so is this
Voices
Poppy
are not
person?
able to be heard at the moment.
Oh, okay, that's what I was trying to
Us?
understand. So no one can hear anything.
Your voice
the general-
cannot be heard,
General discussion's only 15 minutes, isn't it?
right?
Yeah, it
But
would have been long over.
Private
by now.
sanctum prevents them from speaking because they were not here when you cast it to be exempted from it.
So are we
I
just
said I didn't,
talking?
I
but you don't-
didn't want to include that effect. I just wanted to include the divination stuff.
Just a divination. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, because last time we had no sight and no sound through the barrier, and that was more of a hindrance than a help. So yeah,
Funny to
we just want the
It's funny to
divination and the
imagine
teleportation.
their mouths running, and you just hear
Yep.
nothing though.
Yeah.
Cool.
So this Poppy person is a real person, but we think the one we met was an imposter.
Yes, we know for sure it is because Leslie scried on the real Poppy, and the real Poppy's nowhere near here.
Oh, you talked to Leslie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm surprised. I got the impression she'd be kind of busy, just with all her stuff.
She offered us a really interesting deal that we didn't take.
She
But-
had a way to. So I guess Fiershi's memory is a bit hazy. There's a bit of a block of her going from the forest to here. Clearly, someone's scrubbing it. Leslie said she could probably figure that information out if they 86th Fiershi and sort of rummaged around her brain, I guess. We inclined to not do that. So, lady's just at the consortium now, and she
She can't
doesn't really
leave.
remember anything. But if her memory comes back, maybe something pops up. Otherwise, it's kind of a dead end of information for us. Definitely, whoever wants to get into this house, I think they were using Poppy's face as a facade to do that.
Gotcha.
Otherwise-
on that note,
Don't know anything.
Coin.
Yeah?
What town did you and I meet in?
The town?
That you and I met in?
Oh, you're right. We're supposed to be quizzing each other.
I feel like
Oh,
that's a
God.
question Coin, as a map guy, could easily answer, and he will. Justin is going to phone a friend.
Well, since
are you
Ray
on the
doesn't
phone?
know either, if you just give me a town, I will agree to it.
Give me a town name, quick, Justin.
Panic.
Leaflet.
Ooh.
What was it?
Leaflet. You know, leaflet.
Okay.
That was the town, yep. And
Can I
Ruzid.
get you to spell it in chat, please? Because I need to add it to the map.
Sure.
What?
Let's see, Ruzid. Ruzid, what is the first exercise that you do in the morning?
The first exercise I do in the morning. What? I mean, well, depends. But I mean, I always need to like pick something up just to get the muscles warmed up.
All right, I think both of them are the real them.
Glad we established that.
I was gonna say, the first thing I do when I wake up is wake up, but I thought it was too corny.
I have noticed that you do pick something up, usually first thing in the morning, so that's right.
We got no other information. That's it.
Yeah,
We
there's
dropped
nothing.
her up there.
We have nothing about us other than that. That's the only defining characteristic.
Nothing about this seed, this ring.
Saphira, do you want to try to meet with this fake Poppy with the complete nothing of information that we have to go on?
Complete nothing.
I don't see any way it could go wrong.
Yeah, I think it seems fine.
I'm sure if you point that wand at her, something good will happen, right?
Exactly. Worst case scenario, I just point that and run.
Exactly.
Do we think that Saphira might be in danger if she goes around dressed as the dwarf?
Yeah, considering her mouth
Yeah.
filled up with blood.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of. Yeah.
That's concerning. Yeah.
I mean,
Very, very high chance of that, actually.
I feel like if this thing had the power to do that just on whoever, that would. I mean, wouldn't you just do it to us? I feel like you probably put some specific sort of curse or whatever on that lady.
Well, I think we're stumbling into a realization here, which is if she can scry on this person, then she can know that Saphira is not this person. You know what I mean? When she scries and it comes up blank, and she's looking at somebody that's having the face and name of who she's scrying on, but it came up NA, that's going to be a big red flag for her.
Yeah.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
Although, I mean, we can't pretend to be the dwarf, but this fake Poppy doesn't necessarily know that we know she's a fake Poppy. She might think we think that she's a real Poppy. I'm like 4 levels of.
So we just go back and to get more flowers.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Just disguise herself as somebody wanting to buy more flowers.
Maybe
Yeah,
it's
we
someone that
could
wants
presumably.
to apologize for being so rude to her before.
Well, it needs to be a realistic scenario, Tati.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It's currently the late afternoon, early evening. We could wait until tomorrow morning and have Crystal contact her via sending, saying, "Hi, I'd really love to buy more flowers, but unfortunately my rude roommate scared you off. Can I meet up with you? Although, can you contact her with sending? Because if you cast sending and ask for Poppy, you might just get the real Poppy."
It'd be hilarious. Also,
wrong number.
Well, you have to also remember.
She's probably expecting the delivery of the seed tonight and not tomorrow.
Yeah.
Well, is she expecting it? Because her infiltrator got murdered.
Right, but she, as you said,
she
she's
still
not
wants that.
necessarily. Oh no, she is. No, Bryn's right. She was scrying on her, so she does know that her.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
we scry on her
So
though?
no time pressure then.
So
I
keep
can-
in mind. Go ahead.
I was gonna say I have never met the real Poppy, so if I scry on the person who gave me these flowers, it'll have to be her.
You might have to know their name. I don't know the I don't know what the text of sending is.
this is for scrying, which is if
Sure,
I've
you won't
met.
just draw a blank.
Well, if I've met the target, which I have,
Oh,
and then
yeah.
if I have a possession or it says possession or garment, which having the flowers. So this is just like gives me a better chance of like making the save and them not making it.
Right. The possession, you bought it, so it's no longer theirs.
Okay.
So
what about the
That
ring?
feels like semantics, but
it does feel like semantics, but otherwise, any item that has, you could literally do scrying on air because everyone has breathed all the air.
Genius.
I
We
didn't
also
breathe
possess her
I
ring.
don't think that's the same.
We also possess her ring, which she does claim at first.
I think
Oh,
we have
yeah, or the
options.
steed.
She also
Whatever we
said this
can
is
do
her
after
house, theoretically, so there's a chance you could pick up random stuff in the house and one of them just happens to be theirs.
That's a lot closer.
Just to cover our bases, I'm gonna hand coin the weird seed that we found for safekeeping.
Cool.
Probably throw it in the bag of holding. I think he'll inspect it to have an idea of, is this going to
Well,
grow
you have your gloves on.
spontaneously?
We could still try to use some druid craft and grow this thing up if you want to see what it is.
Yeah, we could.
Could be fun.
Coin, do you have your gloves on?
No.
Okay, thank you. As you put the seed away, a little bit of your mucus comes along with it. Thank you.
Okay. I think Coin's day has been occupied. He might not even totally notice that. He'd just be like, whatever. But that's great. Yeah, I think Coin's gonna say, for one, he's gonna say like, she wants that seed. Do we really trust this thing isn't, she's not trying to reincarnate some weird tree demon? I don't know if this is gonna be a pretty flower. The last plant that we brought in the house turned out to be a spy, so please.
We're gonna call it Groose.
I have to eat after this, and you're just gonna float that right away.
All right. So we now have a name for what grung poison is called. It's called Groose.
Nice.
We're learning so many things.
All
Turn
right.
that into a
Mucus made me think of him as like a walking like ball of snot. I was like,
Yeah,
no.
that wasn't good.
yeah. Make a catchphrase out of that word somehow. But I'm gonna choose not to.
Okay.
Coin is gonna say like, she wanted that ring in the seed. She didn't get it. She failed, but she might still want it. So, if she thinks we don't know, she might show up tomorrow trying to sell another flower. Or, because it's clearly a facade, she might confront me for being a dick, for being a sensible homeowner who doesn't want to get bothered.
I
but
feel like
also a dick.
I feel like she must know though, because she killed the lady who was spying on us, and she could have seen her plus us. Like she must know.
That was my
Yeah.
theory of why the spy just dropped dead. Is that
Well,
the
Fair enough.
yeah?
So if
Well-
she knows, then no amount of us trying
Well,
to
then-
get her to come back is necessarily going to work. At least if she comes back, it's definitely not going to be on our terms. It's going to be on
come
her
back
terms.
with someone else's face then, just not Poppy.
All she would have heard from the conversation is that the person we caught blamed Poppy as the person that sent her here. We
Yeah.
could still confront Poppy and be like, "Is that true?"
Well, it certainly is, because the Poppy, that's not
well,
Poppy.
no,
we know it's
we
not
know
Poppy.
it is. Yeah, I'm with you, Ruzin. We know it is. I'm just saying that the conversation that we have with the fake Poppy doesn't have to be immediately antagonistic. It could just be a, "Hey, are you really this person that this punk we found claimed you are? Or are you an innocent flower seller that just happened to have a bug ride in on him?"
I guess. I mean, we do have to find a way to get her to come back one way or another. So
I think if
support
Saphira wanted to, I mean, between Saphira and Crystal, I think they can negotiate a conversation that, puts us at an advantage.
I support that, but also if she was scrying on us and she can assume we're gonna confront Poppy, she might just drop the face so we don't find a Poppy.
Yeah.
If that happens, then I think it's a good idea to try and find Poppy and sort of play dumb in a sense. But I think the most likely scenario is she either shows up with someone else's face or she keeps her distance, sends someone else the same way she did just now.
All right. So the new rules are no strangers come in the house, and no friends, and no guests, and the delivery people drop the food outside the gate.
A contact-free delivery.
I support all of those things.
Fantastic. And we always question each other to make sure it's the real us. And we always go in buddy teams from now on.
Facts.
Even for just a lap around the house, like in the backyard, we take a buddy with us.
Good call.
And if you see a McCain brother or someone named Amer, raise red alert to everyone.
Absolutely.
Do we have a code word for that? Because we can't just be screaming, there's McCain.
What would be a good code word?
Table. It's the word table.
That word that we would never use in casual conversation by accident.
There's a ship sailing smoothly.
Well, we've never said that for sure.
Exactly.
Damn, Tati.
I like it. That seems like it'll work.
Yep. The ship is not sailing smoothly.
The ship is sailing smoothly means that the McCains are around.
I have one. Oh, fuck, it's these guys.
But that's what we say to almost
speaking
everyone
of which, we should probably close these
Good
doors.
True. Also, maybe like bring Isaac in before he closes.
Isaac, are you coming inside?
Someone goes running past the house at this point. Just running past the house.
A jogger?
Oh, yeah.
Looks like he's running from somebody, but he does keep running.
What are you doing?
Running!
From what? Come back here.
Scary! And he runs off.
Scary.
Fear don't chase them.
Scary.
Take a buddy with you if you're going somewhere.
The person was running on all fours.
Well, the good news is, if he's running from something, then something is probably going to be here, so we can figure out what to do this pretty quickly. The bad news is, if he's running from something, it's probably going to be here pretty quickly.
Oh, here we go.
You look behind in the way he came from. Nobody's over there.
Maybe he was running from himself.
Very moving.
Aren't we all running from ourselves in some ways or others? For me,
Is there any other sound in the area of like people screaming or?
None whatsoever. It's real quiet. You can, in fact, hear him running away, and then just all of a sudden, the sound of him running away ends.
Were they bipedal, like they're humanoid but running on all fours, or were they some creature that like quadruped?
Hybrid of sorts?
Sometimes you run on all fours. It's very normal for some of us.
It
really does
like
muddy the waters.
He was very comfortable running on all four limbs.
Okay.
But they did appear to be almost bipedal.
Huh.
They
Okay.
just had really long arms.
That almost like
No,
just
more squat than that. But yeah, they were wearing a black hood. You guys did not get a look at their face.
Okay. So if the McCains show up, we're gonna say the ship is sailing smoothly. But we do need an alert for every time we see one of these weirdos run by on all fours.
The ship is not sailing smoothly.
Well, no, we say that all the time. Like, that's not a good one. It's gotta be something you wouldn't say in conversation naturally.
Oh, okay.
Hey, look, Skinwalker Ranch.
Okay. So, hey, look, Skinwalker Ranch is the code for there's a stranger in the area. I'm putting that down.
It's probably an easier way to say it.
Skinwalker Ranch.
Yeah.
Incredible.
All right. Henceforth, while we're in this house, if any of us sees a stranger, hey, look, Skinwalker Ranch gets announced to the party.
I was really thinking of someone saying something afterwards so I could forget about that joke, but yeah, sure.
It will haunt you.
We can practice saying it to a friend.
Gotta really yes and this, I guess.
Turn to your buddy, practice saying it.
Hey, look, Skinwalker Ranch.
Really
Hey,
rolls
there,
off the
see?
tongue.
Skinwalker Ranch.
Hey, look. Hey, look, Skinwalker Ranch.
Good job, class.
I'm gonna turn my webcam off. Okay. Coin goes silent.
All
All right. Well, I think that's a good stopping point as you guys have worked up some code words. And next week, we will have some more adventures of the Toivoan Trainwreck as you guys continue to, do your normal thing and try to figure out what's going on in this house sitting, whether you guys want to finish that spelunking job or not, and what exactly is going on with this dwarf, the person who you believe is impersonating Poppy, etc. Got a lot of mysteries going on. We'll figure out something next week. Thank you guys for coming.